Welcome, my lovely dears. Why, I haven't seen you guys in this game for like a year. Shit.
Ah,
You already
Ooh.
made that
wrong,
joke.
Give
wrong
new
way of
material.
wording it. For somebody that is a writer, it's I haven't since last year.
No, I don't want to do it properly. I have sat and genuinely considered like, no, don't even worry about it. Don't do it properly.
Do it.
Annoy people.
Do it.
That's much more important than doing it right. You see, a real writer cares not for the quality, but for the end result. I just got to get that business out there, you know.
Well, but then you will just end up like a whiny politician writer that complains that nobody buys or reads their weird ass smut stuff.
Huh? Oh no, I'm glad people don't read my shit. Oh, thank fuck. Alright. When we last left off, our lovely party met the Sabri family. Anai's mother and father and mother, and also probably a couple of other mothers as well, wandering around the place. Turns out that Anai's father, Zengun Sabri, runs a pretty big mercantile ordeal. They are delighted to have seen their daughter return to them and have corroborated this horrendous information of some people going missing from place to place. And they insist that this is fucking horseshit and they will do everything in their power to stop more bad things from happening. Part of these solutions was giving you guys the fuck yacht.
Yay.
The sex boat. Sheer luck,
love boat.
shiny new pants.
We just call it the Love Boat.
Oh, I love
Insert
boat.
theme music.
Yep.
I'm so looking forward to the Love Boat.
The love boat's
It's a very good
it is
boat. We have
a nice boat as a reminder, and because the images are in the bio and you can scroll down and see them, it's a really nice boat. It's real cute. It's
have
got a
so many
number
good
of little
memories of that
cabins
boat.
like that.
I'll be devastated if anything ever happens to this boat.
Yep.
Your parents have already considered it a tax write-off. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Your dad's already sent money for us another boat.
Yeah, the reason they're giving you this boat is so they have an excuse to buy a newer, bigger boat. No, it's a wonderful thing. And Luck's pretty happy. She likes her new big pants.
I'm
Oh,
glad
she
she
got
does.
some fucking MC Hammer balloon pants going on? Sweet.
Yeah. Some parachute pants. She is currently sat down in what is the engine room, just chilling. Getting used to it. It'll take her some time, like a day or two, to get properly acquainted with the ship's various bits and bobs. Obviously, you could start moving straight away, but she hasn't really assumed direct control yet.
I'm surprised like the requirements for like the engine of her haven't gone up or anything. It's still just like one person's worth of water.
Yeah, no, it's as far as it's concerned, it's just a person's worth of water. It would probably go up if you were maxed on your cargo, or if you had like loads of weapons, or if she had to do anything more complicated than move across like pretty simple terrain. Like that diet goes up based on travel checks just as much as your respective diets could go up on a travel check.
Or
Yeah,
if by
yeah, it's
the end
just
of
like-
this campaign that we get a dreadnought.
Yeah,
It's just like a usually-
default. This boat is not complicated. It's a 20-person boat. Like,
Yeah. So
Would
no
like
having
to
to
also
use up
point
spell
out-
level spells for it yet.
I would also point out the fact that she is a tiny ass fucking bonsai tree.
Yep.
And she drinks a person level of water. That's a gallon a day.
Yeah.
The water literally exceeds her entire existence multiple times over in weight.
Yeah, and that's the
lovely.
same amount that she was drinking before. So
Yeah. The number,
Yeah,
the amount of
that's-
it was quite a lot beforehand as well. Yes.
Chug, 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 chug.
Chug.
I
Also,
was
her
more
root
thinking about-
systems have got to be enormous if they're in
yeah,
the
I was
boat.
more thinking I was more thinking for like how we powered the old one on cantrips if we need to use like actual like circle leveled spells.
Nope, still cantrips.
Yep, good to know.
Yeah. As well as that, you discovered that one of Anai's younger sisters, Tanju Sabri, along with Ti Bay of the Bay family and Zhan Heshin, whose family is like local holy individuals, were in deals with some admittedly shady individuals in order to move some black market goods less than legitimately under the guise of putting up a temple to some bard god named Damsa. That turned out to be not the best thing for them, as when you then turned up, they went, oh, that's bad news, and everything very swiftly became combat. But
did.
you put those individuals down, and you were even rewarded some gold because, I mean, you rescued. They didn't know they needed rescuing, but you rescued 3 rich kids belonging to very rich families, and they were pretty happy that they aren't all dead. Let's see here. You also learned about a judge who met their unfortunate end. Their body was discovered with their bones turned to smoke. That would be
Yeah,
Judge Gratham
right.
Water. I believe you were left off prepared to go and investigate the offices and home of Mr. Water. Or I suppose
I
Judge
Uh,
Water.
I believe
now
so.
that we've been properly cleared for it.
I believe it's Judge Steam now, actually.
Fucking terrible,
No,
but yeah.
No, Judge Smoke because he's smoking hot.
No, Judge Pile. Because he ain't got no bones, it's just a pile of flesh.
No, you mean Judge Puddle.
No,
Okay,
he was contained from I remember your description.
Yeah,
It was
sure, but
just
he's
his
still a very
bones.
gloopy man shape on the
Yeah.
floor.
Pile. It's a pile of
puddle.
person.
Same there.
Usually you say like a pile of bones, not a
Yeah,
pile
sack of
flesh.
bones. He's just a sack of boneless.
You don't really say
That's
a
a pile
pile
of
of
flesh.
flesh. Not really.
You rancid pile of flesh and secrets.
Ah,
Yeah. In this interim, essentially over the course of the day and with your identifications thoroughly vetted by a number of rich people, they're willing to let you into the consortium to take a look at this whole thing. Do you? I don't know. You could leave and be like, fuck it, whatever, no problem.
No, I was waiting for you like
if
to
I
set up
could-
like the area in there while we were going in.
It's more to the wondering if, yeah, you're going in and you all going together, etc., etc. It's probably about 6 in the morning when, a runner comes, or probably just a messenger is left for you, or while you're staying at the Sabri house.
I mean, yeah, we
we're
should
gonna
definitely go
wanna-
together.
You
Yeah.
definitely go together.
We'll go together. We'll work during the morning, then break during the afternoon, then work during the evening.
Makes sense. Crime certainly doesn't sleep in.
Well,
Although
it's
there are
that,
some
and
muttered
you don't want to be
complaints.
wandering around in like 140-degree heat in the heat of the day.
Sounds like pussy talk to me. It's hot. Whatever.
No, nobody has Savin salamanders here, so
I don't have heat resistance.
No. It's fine, you just have a constitution that's used to the pounding sun.
Certainly
Yeah,
used to
but
some kind
even
of pounding.
Very good. Yeah. So, the consortium is a rather attractive, solid shaved brick affair, as opposed to like chiseled, cut, or quarried stone. It looks a lot like this structure was probably a particularly large stone face in the first place. The internals of it were carved out, giving this rather like natural looking dome that then someone's done a little bit of artsy fartsy work to. Very typically quite nice architecture. Whoever did this was certainly an artiste. The style is not dissimilar to a temple. There is not quite so much, I guess, gaudiness or praise about it, though, because it tends to look really bad for a pseudo-democracy if when you go into the government house, you can see that half of the town's money is just embedded in the fucking walls.
Yeah, kinda.
Still, a lovely building and well put together. As you enter, there is an individual Anai you recognize as Judge Planter. He is dressed in his customary wear. It's probably only like 6:30 by the time you're gathered together and inside. He is sipping from a little, I guess it would probably just be a stone cup, although he's pouring into it from a copper coffee pot.
Yeah, I'll give him a nod, Judge Planter.
That fucking image is a nightmare. It's all boneless, Terry.
I'm glad there's a
Oh,
clear
goodness.
current chat log button.
Sounds
Is
like
there?
artist to me.
Where's Where's this at? I need to clear this. I don't want to look at that.
If you hit the little cogwheel text chat options, you should be able to click clear current chat log.
There we go.
I'll live with it.
Give him a nod, Judge Planter.
Ah, you're one of the Sabri family.
Mhm.
I apologize. I don't know you by first names.
That's fine. We're a big family. I'm Anai.
Ah, a pleasure. You're the one who left for the big city, such as it is.
Mm-hmm.
To college, yeah? So how's that been going for you?
Well enough. Semester recently finished up, and I've been passing with decent enough grades.
Ah, this brings me joy to hear. Will you be taking up your father's work, or perhaps we can interest you in working for the consortium?
I'll have to think on that. I have a few other pressing matters before that sort of
Mm.
thing.
Of course. I imagine the job here is looking less appealing. I understand you and your companions wish to look into the unfortunate matters of Grapham.
We would, yeah.
That is a shame. He was a popular man, young for the position, as most tend to be, of course, but popular. Especially with academics whenever they would visit. Still, we have endeavored to return everything to where it was taken when his office was inspected some number of times. I apologize, but the body is not left within the office. It is under repose, but it is being held in the temple. Just in case that there is something more menacing about the body than simply its unfortunate state.
Mm-hmm. One of my friends here has garnered that is most likely a very powerful curse at what was happened to him.
I believe that was your mother's assumption, and also Grendel down from the library.
Mm.
Yeah, gave the Satyr report right, unfortunately, but he persevered in his investigations.
Let's talk about his office, though. That's where he was found, right?
Yes, that is correct. Please. And he will. And there's probably a servant near enough by. He'll finish his cup of coffee and then hand it off. The servant accepts both the copper pot and the cup barehanded. And you see this individual's a tiefling, not particularly bothered by something mundane as a scalding hot coffee pot. Just takes it in his hand and nods.
What was the state of it when he was found? Was it in a mess or how it looked normally?
Uh, Well, it will look much as it should as we go in. When we. Well, obviously, I say we. When the servant maid cleaner went in and discovered it in such a state, and we then came later, found that for the most part they had been in the middle of a working day. There was a lot of things scattered from the desk, but I believe that occurred as he
Was falling down from the desk.
yes, splayed out, as it were, splaying out. Ugh, you can see him like shudder, and even now, like there are some pretty dark circles under this guy's eyes, and he'd been drinking coffee before, and he's already got like that vague hand tremor of someone who's mostly caffeine at this point in time.
If it's not too secretive, what was he working on at the time?
Hmm. I could not tell you in depth. I believe he was speaking with a group of archaeologists. His paperwork should be within. If you wish, I can approve you to take a look through that as well, but I must tell you that if you discover anything personal, you bring it to us first.
Of course.
Then I have no problems. Yeah, we'll head down a lovely stone corridor, sort of circles around the building if you were to imagine it as being made up of like concentric circles with the offices on the inside sort of branching off. So it would be like rooms all like that in a circle that goes around the building.
Yeah.
He takes you within it. And there isn't much ventilation in these offices, admittedly. You can see that there are sloped vents built into the ceiling of it, but because it is internally like insulated by having these extra corridors, it's probably not too hot in here, especially since it's like not even 7 in the morning yet. Probably on the chilly side. It's like end of the year times, as it were.
Okay.
That coolness, though, does not hide just this unfortunate sour milk rot
Stench.
smell. Yeah, it's not full on corpse stink. Like some of you, most of you, all of you, whatever, have been at least present around that amount of rot. I mean, you woke up in a fort zombies, like you know what dead body smells like. It's not that, but it is still certainly an unpleasant and sour odor. Planter frowns and will nod at the lot of you. If you need me, just call for a guard or for one of the servants nearby. Please don't let a servant inside, just in case. I'm sure you don't need to be told.
Of
But
course.
it bears
Yeah.
repeating regardless.
You said he was speaking to archaeologists. You happen to know whom?
It's
Or
likely
from
on any number of his papers within. He gestures
Okay.
into the office there. They are quite scattered across the place, but there are a number resting up on a similarly made of solid stone desk.
Yes. You also said that he was popular with whom's?
Intellectuals, educated individuals. Grendel used to hold essentially evening classes for decades now. Young Gratham has been, well, going to those classes since he was but 5 years old. So you might expect that means he had many opportunities to meet traveling individuals who happen to inquire into matters, both arcane and divine, and the more mundane, sciences, archaeologists, mathematicians.
He's a good guy from what I
And-
remember. I only talked to him a few times.
So, and I have to ask because it's gonna be asked somehow. Was he private with his any potential proclivities?
Roll me a d8, Hedrah.
Let's see, this man fucks.
Does Gratham water fuck? Oh, well, Grafham had been seeing a bard at the market. I was going to say you didn't hear it from me, but let's face it, I'm the only one you could hear it from. The handsome young man at the very least. I
Okay.
don't know that he stayed. He probably left. Probably a month ago when things started to get cooler. Long distance travel a bit easier. It's possible he's only gone as far as Lost Light down the Oasis way, but I could not say for sure.
Okay. I take it you don't know if they part on good terms.
No, I can't say I know for sure. There might
Well,
be someone at
that's
the market who knows.
well, you know what to say. A scorned lover cuts deeper than blah 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 blah.
Still, a hell of an ask for a handsome young bard man to turn their incredibly popular, rich intellectual boyfriend into. Then he shudders again. I will leave this to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. If we
Well,
find
that's
anything, you'll be the
another
first to
piece of
know.
info.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
he heads out of the room and leaves you to explore it. It looks like the most office of all time. Like it's solid, big stone desk as opposed to, you'd expect like an oaken mahogany kind of affair. Frankly, not so regular here in the middle of the desert. With this great big stone desk, there are a number of encased clay tablets that are just used for idle scratchings and recordings, some historical texts you can see just by glance. There is a chalkboard with a number of things scribbled on it, a stack of parchment papers, letters, and then sprawling further across the floor, it looks like either documents, sketches, or maths. Maybe a combination of all of them.
All right. I'll start reading over documents if some of the rest of you want to search around the room for anything hidden.
No, no, I do. Wear gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you touch in general, if it's something that is, transmittable or, can activate via that, make sure it doesn't touch your skin directly.
Yeah. We're gonna look over this office. Like it's already getting pretty packed as just you guys go in, take up a lot of space after all. I think I will go and look into this market, see if I can find anything about the bard.
All right.
Mm,
It'll
Be
take a
careful.
good while for us to go through anything here anyway, so.
Of course.
And just looks at the ventilation holes and just how high up are the ventilation holes?
It's a pretty human height building, so 4.5 to 5 meters up. There's just a vent that's there are a couple of letterbox sized
There's a
vent
sizable fucking
slopes.
height.
What, 4 or 5 meters? It's not that tall, is it?
You
It's
get
just up off
but
this. That's how tall it is from floor to ceiling in a stone dome building. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable.
yeah, that's pretty substantial.
If you say this. Yeah, the vents themselves are in sloped recesses going up into the building. They're all letterbox sized. There are a couple of them.
Okay. If you're gonna do that, out of character, who's this person that was gonna go to market?
Brienne.
Our elf who can she only still do like 2 combats a day or something like that, or is she good now for that?
Yeah,
She does one a day. She's
One
not
a
elf.
day.
She's
Human.
she's a human.
I thought she was an elf for some reason.
I know, dramatic and interesting, a human.
yeah, air quote. And just look at it like, can you keep your eye on the roofs of anything? Because
You think that's a
If
way
we're-
some assassin could have gotten in?
Given how very weird things can get around, somebody slithering themselves into something that size wouldn't be too much of an issue.
She nods. At which point Tiff will put her hand up. I can fly. I'll go look up at the roof if you want.
Yeah, get your use your get your bird too. You get a good set of eyes up there. Just I know if it was a curse, you could get a familiar to just spot and you just watch through it, right? And just blast them.
That is
I can
possible.
look through Tinker, and I don't know how difficult it is to curse someone with a familiar, but it's possible, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you can just
Anyway, we'll
cast
go take a
spells
look up
through
there.
familiars, so it's just as easy as
That is
using
true.
anybody else.
Guess so.
Yeah, so
All right.
see if you can find anything upstairs then.
Yeah. Tiff and Tinkle head outside with Brienne, and you know what? Tiff will probably actually hand Tinker off to Brienne just so that she isn't completely alone while investigating a murder. Seems like
That's a
a bad
good
way for
plan.
bad things to happen.
Yeah.
Tiff will go check the roof herself. Let's see here. So you're looking over papers. Why don't people give me investigate tests?
Okay.
Or
Mm,
I'll
Oh,
roll
wants to
investigation.
help me.
assist.
Oh, 24.
Woo! Spicy.
Oh, 224s.
Wow. Wow, fuck, even a 16 from Masika there. Look at you guys go. Alright, so. I'm going to give you some information, and then you guys can ask me questions that you might find answers to in this situation.
Okay.
While you are going over all of these documents, you see that the ones scattered across the floor, and therefore likely the ones most recently interacted with, Graf and Water was in talks with an archaeology group. There are notes for the beginning of a letter to some family. One is a thank you note. And you can also see that there is a receipt for about 3,000 gold. You can see that the 3,000 gold is put up in the form of, oh God, what's the word for it? Like insured debt.
Insured debt. As in like their
Basically a mortgage.
Okay.
Oh my god, this whole thing is about money.
Oh my.
I mean,
would
like,
have
That's a lot of
thought?
money,
uh,
to be fair.
It's
Here's the
yeah, I
thing,
was gonna
though.
say that's more than they need. So this mortgage is probably not on a house, but probably on something that's worth a lot of money.
Is there any indication
maybe
what
a
it
skiff?
is? Or who the receipt's with?
Are you willing to use up one of? Yeah. Now is the time for you to use up some questions. You get 7 total.
Well, yeah, I think that's
Wow.
worth it.
Okay. This receipt appears to go to an individual by the name of Salar Vihasta. And with your cursory examinations, Salar Vihasta runs an archaeology team.
Okay. So you said there was documents like detailing like the beginnings of an archaeology like thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we use up a question to see like what they were looking into?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. What were they looking into? Like what were they planning to do archaeology on?
They are trying to unearth an ancient tomb. It looks like it belonged to some tiefling individual. They can't even confirm an identity, which frankly makes it more interesting to these individuals. Archaeologists have already turned up small relics and pieces of art from the era.
Okay.
So you got 5 more.
Okay. So we had the archaeology team. We had the receipt, mortgaging. We had salad.
I wrote it out. Salar Vahasta.
The larva
Yes,
hosta.
salad.
Yep. All right. Salad owns an archaeology group.
And that was the ones spread out most recently. And the family, what was not love letter, the family letter.
That is a thank you letter.
Yes, you can ask me what that's about. You would like to?
Before we do that, did we turn up where this tomb is as part of the answer we got?
Or that had to be a different question.
That would be a different question.
I mean, I want to go find a fucking tomb.
I feel like we probably should know that because
Yeah.
there's probably something important with it.
Well, we sort of found the fucking tomb by accident.
I don't know. It's definitely not that tomb because there was no archaeology
I don't
going
think
on
it's
there.
that tomb.
Yeah, think
Well, they would-
Indiana Jones, like big archaeological sites.
Yeah, but they were just.
Like these guys are. There might be some people
Hey.
looking for a fucking ark.
I will say this though, given the use of Indiana Jones references, I will use the Indiana Jones references. They were digging in the wrong place.
It's entirely possible they were. Graffelwater was known for being very educated. Still, you have used up some question chance. You want to know where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a good one to know.
Okay, let's go on over to the map.
Yeah, you just dangle the fucking information and then you
I mean,
wrap
yeah,
it in
I
big
want you to
bacon.
use up questions on stuff like that. That's what
Yeah,
it's there for.
but you know which question you wrap in bacon just to
Yeah,
lure them in.
basically, yes. All right, I will bring you over to the map. Just had to turn the tooltip on. Over here. Oop. It's pretty deep in the dunes. It's a miserable place to be. You can see where if Salah is using up like 3,000 gold, why he might be doing so in order to keep a massive archaeology site underway.
Yeah.
Gotta be
Huh?
worthwhile for him.
No, over here.
Oh,
There might be a bug.
Yeah.
There you go.
oh, okay. That's
Yes.
half the distance
Okay.
it was before. Okay,
Do we-
that's a big difference.
Since we're on the map, do we have like a pin for the what's it called? Is it Hunter Hill or something like that?
Hunter's Hill? Yeah, Hunter's Hill is over here.
In the opposite direction.
Opposite
Oh,
direction. Okay.
Okay, let me just see something.
Just want to make sure of that.
Where was the vampire tomb was old battlefield, correct?
Vampire Tomb was Old Battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's been crossed out. I will rename
And-
it so that you also know that it was. There you go.
Okay, and then we got another old battlefield
Yep.
under Pyramid of Iris.
Yep. Under Pyramid of Iris is a very high level adventure. You have
Yes,
been
yes.
warned.
Yes,
But
I
the
know,
old battlefield is somewhere you could discover some bright and shinies from Iris's era.
Yes.
Are you trying to triangulate on my goddamn map?
Well, why not?
Fair enough. Yeah. An interesting thought, but that would be a hell of a stretch.
I
No,
don't
it's
think
just-
triangulation for anything.
You wouldn't want to triangulate by the crow flies in the deserts because the crow flies through a lot of fucking deadly terrain that's impossible to traverse.
Yeah. See?
Ta-da!
I mean, I don't think this site has anything to do with these two.
It might. We don't know. We haven't been there. We don't know anything about it.
But we don't know yet.
That's
Yeah, you have
True.
no idea.
No idea.
yeah, that's the thing. But I think there's something else with that because Skow is actually a devious little shit.
No, I am not. Anyway, now you know where that is. You have four
4.
questions? Yes, 4 questions left.
Let's see.
The under and under period pyramid is under the sands, right?
Yes.
Not a question for this.
Yeah.
So in all of this dude's material, do we find anything about someone he had any significant disagreements with, perhaps?
I'm not sure I would 100% call it a disagreement. In the thank you letter, it appears to be to Grapham Water's sister. Anai, you would know this as Annie. Annie Water. Or more correctly, it's Anita Water, but she hates the wordplay, so Annie is what she goes by.
Any water will do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
not
she
much
don't worry,
better.
she hates them both. Annie Water, Grapham's sister, received letters from Grapham, or was going to receive a letter from Grapham. Unfortunately, has not done so, urging her to give up on this obsession with unearthing. However, he does thank her for the relic. It is beautiful.
Relic?
The relic.
Tell
Well,
us about this
well.
relic. As I mark off another question.
Was there any? Yeah, is there any relic in the room?
There is no description of what this relic might be. That may very well be its own separate investigation test, as opposed to a question you could use. It's certainly
Okay.
not recorded, like, no description of it is in any of these documents. I'll give you that one for free.
Okay. I mean, like, I'll start investigating around to find it then, I guess.
Well, let's get through the rest of the questions first.
Right. So there's 3 more?
Yes.
So let's see here.
So we know where they are, what they were doing, what the cash went to.
Can you go over our documents again? Which ones we have?
I've written out all you know right now.
Oh, you have them
Oh.
all right out there? I thought it was like stuff like from our questions.
That is stuff from your questions. It's related to the things that you learned. You saw that he had a large number of papers in talks with an archaeology group. You saw that he had a
Right.
letter. You saw that there was an invoice, and you can see that there is some association and also a bunch of mathematics on some papers. There are clay tablets on the desk that are bookending. There's a chalk tablet with a bunch of shit written on it as well.
Okay, so you said there's a mathematics, like he was trying to solve like an equation there?
You using a question?
No, I'm asking like on the piece of thing that we found, what
You see mathematics. It's whether you are investing some serious time and understanding into this.
think it's worth it.
They look like diagrams, I'll say.
Okay, I will say this though: the fact that he had something that is about, or had access to at least 3 grand in GP to mortgage.
Yeah.
Let's do the
I mean, he's in
calculations
a high
first.
position of
he's in a
government.
high position for a long while.
Yeah,
Not
Or
a
decent
long
while.
while. He was relatively newly
know.
elected.
Not
I
long,
believe.
right.
No, he
Right,
was
now
really
should-
newly elected.
Was he
Yeah.
embezzling
that's the
city
thing.
money? Actually, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm using up a question. I want to look into this man's financials. Give me the books.
Okay. All right. Which one do you want first? The books or the money? Sorry, or the maths?
The books.
All right. So you go looking around for his financials and try to essentially figure out what it is that he's possibly mortgaged. What he's mortgaged appears to be a patent or a design, basically the rights to use an object that he created himself. It's valued at roughly 3,000 GP, and the mortgage is being upheld by an individual in Las Dorado.
what is the art? What the thing is?
What is
that
the
another
what the thing
question?
is?
What is the patent?
What is the invention that's being like the patent for or whatever?
Okay, let me see if it's got a real name.
It would be extremely amusing if this was all actually just about patent theft.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, and the fucker that's in Los Rados is fucking Thomas Edison.
Exactly. All right, yeah, that's what I'm putting my money on now.
You put your money on evil Thomas Edison.
Fuck yes.
What do you mean
evil?
evil
That's just
Thomas
regular
Edison?
Thomas
That's
Edison.
just regular Thomas
Yeah, I was gonna
Edison.
say yeah, just Thomas Edison. Good old
Wizard
patent
Thomas
clerk.
Edison.
Don't
There
know
you
how he
go.
came up with all these. Don't know how he came up with all of these spells, Thomas Edison. I can't believe it. He was working for a think tank and he came up with all these fucking great ideas after people meant them to him. Weird.
What's the word again?
This
He's
wizard's off the chain.
What's the name of the fucking magic duder in the former magic god in Savin?
Italian. Yeah,
Italian.
exactly.
Italian.
Italian
Yeah.
Edison here.
So
That's actually a good. That rolls off the tongue fucking really well. Italian Edison.
this patent appears to be for. It looks to be almost a steam engine. It is a really, really rudimentary concept for it, aka pressure pushes up on something. It looks like a pressure-fed feeding system for like old school hydroponics, like the fucking Hanging Gardens of Babylon, like old school hydroponics, and it looks like they are fed constantly by pressure from a real basic bitch idea behind the steam engine.
Okay, we
Ooh,
need to
that gives me a good
destroy this
idea for, like-
device immediately so that this setting never becomes steampunk in the future.
So it's never become
Yeah.
steampunk. Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't. You know
But
what?
it does give me a
I'm
good
actually going to retcon myself and say that it is just a
Magic version.
lava-fed pressure device that pushes well water into hydroponics.
That gives me a good idea for like after the campaign. If we survive, I can make like the Hanging Tower of Babylon with like hydroponics and like water just going all over the place.
Ooh, actually, that gives me a cool idea.
Yeah?
I'm not sharing it. I'm going to use it in
Okay.
like 10 sessions.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so you wanted to know about the maths.
Yes.
The magics. All right.
Yes.
These appear to be. I hate to say it, but Hedrah kind of got me with they're digging in the wrong place.
Oh.
These appear to be references to how Dune Drift indicates that the location they're currently in is probably a little bit off
Incorrect.
from where it should be. It names essentially just like a reference to buildings are being used as scales of measurement. That said, it's not complete. He hasn't finished this.
Would it be a check to finish it?
It would be a
Like
very
a different
complicated.
check.
Yeah. Are any of you mathematicians by grade?
Actually, you know,
Like
Khassid is a
Do I not-
carpenter, so yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes, actually, yeah. If you are an engineer / carpenter, you can absolutely do geographical mathematics.
Yeah, give me the thing. All right, hold on. Do I need to make a test
Give
for
me a
this, or can I
bit.
just do it?
A test,
All
yeah.
right.
It's still difficult. This guy was like
Put it
a
in.
committed like fucking brain nerd for this shit.
All right. Can anyone assist me?
Geographical mathematics are
I
unfortunately
can
like a
assist
third year
you.
thing
I
in Wizard
have a big
College.
brain.
So is anyone trained in like carpenter's tools or anything that would give math?
Smithing tools.
Nope,
No,
smithing won't do it.
sewing is kind of little.
Uh,
The math and sewing is kind of outside the wheelhouse of this.
Yeah,
Or
and
vice versa.
Tiff's education was like theological and metaphysical.
All right, then I guess I'm going it alone.
I
Yeah.
mean, unless
All
like
right.
there's
Gonna
okay.
spend an inspo since I just kind of generate
Okay.
them on my own.
It makes sense.
Okay, 14, and then I'm gonna use one of my cool new Bardic Knack dice to add 3, so that's a 17.
All right. With a 17, you rule out most of the directions, but it's really, really hard to tell what the original reference point is. Like, this is secondhand information, and you don't even have the original. Like, you have the response to the original. It is either that they are too far south or too far southeast. Oh no, too far east. They are either too far south or too far east.
So either like up that way or up this way ish. Like in like this
Not
like 90
not
degree area.
140 fucking miles. Like if you're digging like that, if they're too far, they're either there or there.
Yes, chances are that it's in either of. Oh my god, there's so many arrows all over the screen. Jesus Christ! It's
Sorry.
the most likely out of the two with the 17 is one of these two here.
Say, Loam has been in the has roamed the deserts for quite a long time, so she probably has noticed things like dune drifts and such, like how the desert changes over time.
How old is Loam again?
Loam is 90.
You've probably seen evidence that a dune drift has occurred, but it is kind of something that happens over the course of hundreds of years as opposed to just 100. Like, what Cass is saying makes sense. Much like everyone was pretty sure that, like, Lastrado used to be a lot drier because it didn't used to be, it used to be connected to a mainland, still, like, fucking using everything up. But, yeah, you understand the phenomenon. I don't know that you've been around long enough to witness a drastic dune shift.
Okay.
Like, it's the first dunes you ever saw in your life have probably drifted like a couple feet.
All right.
But then here's the thing: if this is our response, that means there's other notes that would retail, the message itself.
These two then.
Yeah, you don't see any of those there.
So I think we have one question left.
You have
I think
one
so,
question
yeah.
left.
Unless anyone has any better idea, I kind of want to figure out more about this Annie Water, like where she might be.
That's a good idea, I think. She might be able
Yeah, I
to
like
tell us
that.
like more.
We can talk to the duder who's probably known him most of life and probably knows a lot about the people that it's outside. The duder that let us in.
Judge Planter.
Yes. It's me and names. It's just he's duder.
Yeah.
Judge Duder.
I mean, I don't really have a better idea.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah, the patent in Last Dorado that's being held is being held by someone that a number of you probably recognize, and that would be the boss. As in written flowing script, the is still connected to the B like a lengthy signature, essentially.
Yeah.
Boss.
The boss is like the boss is like your Mr. House, essentially.
I'm sorry, you will never get me to picture Mr. House instead of fucking David Hayter when you call him the boss.
You know, I'm fine with that. This
So
looks like it could be David Hayter's outline, I'm sure.
So
It's a mystery blob that I've scribbled all over, but
So the judge put up patent in Los Dorado to the boss for money that they used to fund an archaeological expedition over here that is off by like a tile or two somewhere.
Yeah, at the very least, it's funding an archaeological dig that's been ongoing for a little while now, and small relics have been turned up from it.
And he's also gotten a relic from his sister that we have to try and find, or that we can try and find.
Yep.
Yeah, that we have to ask the judge dude.
Yeah, sure.
And
Judge Planter can
yeah, we
potentially
can
give
go
you
out.
info.
Yeah,
I
we
would like
can.
to try and search
But
the.
that doesn't
That
use up
said,
the
you've
quest-
got one
Yeah.
more question.
I want to find the artifact. I don't know if that's a question or if that's just requires its own test, but
It's a different check.
It's
Scout
just
told us earlier.
a different check to locate it.
all right.
Yeah,
What
but we can also.
But we want to
we
get through
can-
like this question stuff first
I
before
feel
we
like
do that check I asked earlier.
while that's fine, knowing what the artifact is might generate different questions.
Oh, you wanna bank your investigation question? All right, fine.
All right. I mean, I guess I'll do an investigation then. If people want to help
Sure.
me, I have a 5
Yeah.
in it.
Mhm. If you
Oh,
have a
crit.
different skill that you think is well, shit. Okay, you find. It looks like it rolled into a wedge, perhaps, like the portions of a stone bookshelf. It's like wedged in underneath the lentil for it. So if you got your model.
Yeah.
Why have I picked blue to draw this?
I don't know why you picked blue, but I get what you're saying. It's like gone underneath the bottom shelf to a place where people don't really look or to grab things.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like wedged underneath a solid stone shelf. It looks like a box of polished chitin, I suppose, is a good way to put it. Like it looks like a natural substance, except it is
Been worked.
cubular. It is cubular in shape and hollowed out, sort of like you would a ring box. This appears to be a solid cube, though you don't see a seam on it. But it's very hard to crack that, like to shake that feeling like this is a jewelry box. There is definitely jewelry in here. Not only that, the relic was referred to as beautiful, and you would not call this cube beautiful.
Is there
Right, then the
any
question
writing on the
is-
cube or anything?
There sort of is. As you run a hand over it, you can feel little bumps and rises that you imagine are indicative of word or language.
Okay.
Like if there's writing on it, it's in Braille.
Well, Braille's outside my wheelhouses of language that I can read.
If you know any code breaking, you can still approach it in that fashion as well. It's likely not traditional Braille anyway, because it's 1,000 years old and on a
Oh.
random chitinous cube.
Code breaking, you say?
Yes, actually, that is exactly it then. Please give me an intelligence test.
Yeah. So let's see. Since it adds my proficiency, it'd just be like an intelligence save at that point, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
holy
Oh,
shit!
crit.
Okay, fine.
Wow.
You go over this, you pause and you go back to it a couple of times, and you're fairly sure, like pretty early on, that some of the lines on this box are complete fucking gobbledygook until you realize some of the bumps are just more shallow than others. You think for a moment that's just part of how you write a word, so it's like hello happens to have a lowercase bump in it, until you realize that no, actually, if you exclude all of the ones that are really obvious on sensation of touch, and you only try to read these shallow bumps, you're pretty sure you can make out turning and twisting directions, aka like rotating a Rubik's Cube.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
And when you start trying to turn this cube on different angles, like off canter, the sides of it, the cube shifts ever so slightly, and it does so by fractions almost, like really, really small turns. But you have found what these rotations are. And after maybe about half an hour, I would say, of fiddling and going back and checking, because it's not like you're code reading it. You don't just literally read whatever these bumps are.
Right.
Code reading, you have to go back quite a few times to check. You still have basically no problem brute forcing this cube open, but brute forcing with your brain instead of being like, Karin, smash!
Yeah.
Which is another way to get it open.
It's a good way to get destroyed.
Yeah. within, you find that the inside of this appears to contain a sort of old, rough chalk, faint blue chalk. And there is an indent. That indent belongs to a ring. Not a full circle ring, but one that pinches at the bottom, sort of like a bracelet would.
Yeah.
I would be careful.
The box itself does not contain a ring, though. It just has the chalk dent where a ring should be.
Wonder if that guy
Is there a
got the ring
ring
out of
on
it.
the guy's finger?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, we
It's-
need to find that out.
Indeed. You will
They
have
did
to
say
go
the
and
relic
check.
was beautiful.
He did indeed.
Well, let's just think about that. Powerful curse,
Ancient
ring,
artifact. Yeah, it makes sense.
Probably a cursed
ash,
ring, yeah.
and then just looks at ash and powder here. Like, well, who knows?
Is that chalk
Well,
residium?
my first
So, yeah, that's gonna be my next thing. Like, you say, like, blue chalk. Does it have, like, that sort of, like, residium tell? I mean, I feel like I'd know, considering, you know.
It does have a very ozone scent to it, but there is no magic left in this chalk. Like, it was entirely possible that this was like a very tiny amount of blue lightning was used a very long time ago as like an artificial dye for a bunch of white chalk.
Okay.
Like, if you tried to bump this whole box of chalk, like, maybe you'd get a buzz. But
Okay.
you'd also,
Good to know.
have to inhale an entire box of chalk. So
Yeah, no.
Do not
probably
inhale the
getting
canoptic
there.
chalk.
No, I'm not inhaling the canoptic jar this time. Like,
So
this is not pure residium shit, man. You don't do that sort of thing.
Yeah, like if you knew a particularly talented alchemist, maybe you could give them the whole box's worth of chalk and like enough aqua regia to do a bunch of distilling, and maybe she'd be able to he would be able to draw out like a grain, maybe 2 grains of residium.
Yeah,
so
that's not worth it.
what I'm hearing is ancient archaeological dig site, weird artifact, and now he went up in smoke.
Yes.
This is exactly what Ralu's is going to. Ralu's going to look incredibly smug because this was her exact first.
It was your
suggestion.
exact first guess was people digging deeply, ancient underground tombs, hella cursed relics, and it was like, you jumped into a lot of conclusions. Turns out you jumped to the very much correct conclusion, or at least a close to correct conclusion. It's something to look like that way for sure.
God,
There
I
is
love
one
playing a
wrench in
big
this
brain
theory, and
character.
that's when Tiff goes, "Hey guys," and you hear her voice from inside one of the vents.
Yeah.
Wow.
I found scratches up here.
Oh, fun. What kind of claws?
Dunno. Maybe
Oh,
human sized, but talony.
I shall take a look.
Like
Would
my
it-
kind, like talons like you, or claws like mine?
Neither.
Oh. Let's go get a guard to lock up this room, and then we'll go up there, I suppose.
Hey, Tev,
I
Okay.
will head up there now.
does it look like
Yeah.
the claws are going in or coming out?
Good question. Not your specialty. No idea.
Are you thinking what I'm
This is what we're.
thinking?
Yeah, I'm
This
thinking
is
like
what,
some
what
sort
we
of
need to
horrible
throw an elf on the roof.
curse monster came out of the box.
Or was attracted
Or-
to what was ever in the box.
Whichever.
Or, well, you said all his bones was turned to smoke. Are you sure they actually were turned to smoke?
Do you think his bones were turned into a monster?
Oh my god.
That would
It
be-
extracted his
Climbed out of him.
skeleton.
That
It's
would admittedly be
impossible.
incredibly metal.
It
I
would be
know,
metal
that's
as
fucking
fuck.
cool as shit, like
This
shed the
man's
fucking
bones
mortal
turned to
flesh.
smoke and then climbed out of him as a monster.
Yeah,
Very,
that's
very SCP Foundation.
yeah, that's fucking cool as hell mentally. But horrifying for him, but fucking cool mentally for us.
Very Tome of Monsters.
It,
All right.
it
Yeah.
does. It does have that energy. If it also looked, if the box had been tempting you to open it the entire time, it would be drifting towards Gagaxian. Just a hey, look, this box is definitely not a mimic, and also it turns you into a ghost, and that ghost kills your friends. Dice roll.
Yeah, that sounds like a Gygax thing. Yeah. I'll get a guard to.
Tiffle as well. Yeah, help Loam up. Loam, you can give me a survival.
Maple help. since
Yeah.
she's-
I can also just throw Loam to the top. I'm like 7 feet tall and strong.
It's a pretty tall slope. The person who can fly is just gonna haul her up. Probably helps to get like a boosty from Ralu. Wow, you do an excellent job. It looks a lot like these talons gripped at the inside of the vent, like they were trying to pull someone in.
Trying to pull someone
Like
in?
if you look up at the ceiling and you can see like
Right. So
the shape
from,
of this vent. Okay.
Yeah. So they're
to
trying
give
to
you
pull
that
the guy
idea,
from the room up to the top, then, or trying to pull like somebody from like the top in.
Let me finish. It would be like someone holding onto it and then dragging really hard back. Like a grip that just gets pulled all the way back. And indeed, those talons, you're pretty sure you can see evidence of little bone chips in them. You don't think they're talons so much as they're just skeletal fingers.
Oh boy.
Just dragging at the stone after like trying to pull bodily into this vent, but not fitting.
Concerning.
So they're pulling like that way to get out.
No, they were pulling
to
hard
get
on it
in.
as though like
Yeah.
leverage to pull themselves in. Sort of like if you were trying to climb a wall and you do a pull up. It's doing that motion but sideways to pull it into the building.
Oh, I'm confused here. Are they trying to get out of the room or into the room?
Into the room.
In.
Okay,
by
so they're
force.
pulling, trying to get into the room. Okay,
Yeah.
that was what I was asking.
Yeah, like they're mantling something.
All
but
right.
They don't.
Could
fit.
I make like a
Whatever it is
monster
didn't
knowledge
fit.
check for fucking commando skeletons?
Religion, I guess.
Sure, I'll
Is it
have
religion or
Maeve
arcana?
throw that then, I suppose.
I'm decent. I only have a 5 though.
And why don't you assist Maeve? She has a lower bonus, but she's not necessarily trained in it, so that way we can get an assist.
Okay.
Hey, it helped. 17.
17. Okay. Skeletons are not renowned essentially for being intelligent, but they don't tend to be stupid enough to like just try and smash themselves through an opening that will never, ever, ever fit them, especially not like head first and by the arms.
Wait.
There are certainly compulsive, also dead. You've been dealing a lot with this curse stuff. It could very well be a creature or undead that's related to this curse, and its manifestation didn't match all of those prerequisites. Like you can't put it down to any like specific. Oh yeah, this is wraith behavior for sure.
His skeleton
Okay.
turned
Can't
into
put down
smoke,
to
went
any-
out the vent, reconstituted, and then tried to go back for its skin. Oh my god!
That's not
Yeah.
a terrible theory.
It
It
could be a
would explain
skinwalker
it.
thing, yeah.
It would explain it. It fits a little bit too neatly, especially since there was still some smoke in the guy's body when he was cut open.
Let's
Yeah.
put that on a list of one of the possibilities.
I
Well,
think our
here's
next
the-
step is going to see the actual guy's body itself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we do that, then, do we have anything that could act as a binding agent?
Like
Define
physical
what
or
like act.
way?
metaphysical?
No, like gelatin.
Oh, like
Glue?
glare?
I don't want to put glue on me, but I do have a ton of spices, and I don't want to be smelling rotting corpse bits. I've smelled enough rotting corpse bits. So mix it into a poultice. this is a technique that I learned in college, where one of my jazz appreciation teachers would get very, very graphic about his life as before what he did now, as the person that cleans up emulsified dead bodies on the side of the road with a shovel. And
Wild.
the way he did it was
Oh,
he put not Vaseline, Vapor Rub under his nose. And he's like, and the reason I'm telling you this is because a lot of you kids are going to be having kids soon, and that's what I put under my nose whenever I was changing diapers.
Fuck, I should have done that. Holy shit.
my dude, like
Yeah.
I will say this, like, yeah, he worked with Bio4. He had a Bio4 license then
Yeah.
for doing that shit. I worked with fucking corpse cleaning too, and we had full fucking suits for that shit.
Yes, and we're going to be in presumably like a room with, a corpse that's just all the gooey bits, and I have like saffron, so I want to mix it in with something, and then put it under my nose so that I can
You
have.
want to know what we can fucking do? We
Ah,
can get some fucking mint.
I also bought mint.
Yeah, we get some fucking mint. We get some of those herbs. We just crush them out in the fucking paste and just keep that shit under our nose.
Then I will mix up some of that. Yes, for anyone who wants it, in case there are checks against keeping your lunch while inspecting the body.
Yes, please.
I would appreciate this.
Yeah, I've smelled.
Please.
Karin has smelled way worse things than corpse.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
sure, but this is for people that you know.
Yeah, but no,
Ralu has too. She just doesn't want to smell
Just
it
doesn't
again.
want
Yeah,
to. Yeah,
because
she's
you
wanna,
just saying,
yeah.
like, yeah, Tiff will put her hand up, like, I've been around for a lot of years. If I can avoid smelling it, yeah, please hook me up.
Yeah, I'd rather not smell dead body if I can. Had enough of
Same.
that when we went through the whole zombie area.
out of character. She just opened up a can of Surström and the fucking town clears out.
Everyone starts doing that back the throat retch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know if I could do. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem for you.
Oh yeah, before we go
Yeah.
off to find the body as well, I'll inform Judge Planter of our findings so far.
All right, yeah, he will accept all of this information and look faintly aghast. I know took a brief look at his documents. A lot of it admittedly goes over my head. Not my specialty. I talk to the people, I collect votes, that kind of thing.
So you're a people person then.
I would like to think I'm a people person. And he gives you a broad smile. And then that smile sort of dies. Like, he clearly just doesn't have, like, the energy to flirt.
Yeah, no worries. Just pats him on the shoulder. Don't worry. It's understandable situation.
Yeah.
But
You gave it a God's honest try. You're all very attractive individuals, but it's just like,
nah, I just need a fucking vacation kind of
yeah,
mode.
he needs a fucking vacation and like bleach for his brain.
Just ask. So, if you're a people person, what can you tell us about this Annie water?
Annie is his older sister. She's the one who got him into, I suppose, reading archaeology, mathematics, the sciences, stargazing, astrolabes, etc., etc. She herself went to school in Lastrado for a number of years and used her engineering degree to become, I suppose, assistant to a rather prominent archaeologist. I can't remember his name. Not my specialty. But yes. I don't suppose there were any addresses for her on those papers that you saw. We should definitely let her know.
There was one that was thanking her for a relic that she sent him.
Frowns. Do you know what this relic might be? That sounds like the kind of thing that might carry a curse. Not that I would ever suspect. Sweet Annie to curse him.
Yeah, I had found the box underneath one of his bookshelves that had gone overlooked, and when I got through opening his code, there's a place where a ring would have been in there.
Does the symbol of Asmund when you start going like, I found something that might be an ancient relic box. He's like, oh god.
Now, gods.
Not again.
Like, I given the knowingly pat on the fucking shoulder. Yeah, I understand. Especially with these people.
But yeah, we're at least pretty sure that whatever happened to him is connected to that.
Though, there's something that's also been noticed. It's the fact that where do we keep any missive he receives that have some time to them?
I mean, I imagine he keeps things at his actual home. I assume that would be our next stop.
Yeah, because was writing out an answer to a letter, apparently, but
You don't have the letter it was an answer to.
yeah, so our resident, our quite intelligent people in the group here has like figured out that like it would be easier to puzzle it together if we had what he's talking about.
Oh,
So,
goodness. Well, I do happen to have the key to his home. I will go fetch it.
but would do us good, or we could once we're done with some examinations, we can follow you there, so nothing needs to leave.
No, of course. Oh, would you wish to see uh, Judge Waters' remains before or after going to his home?
Before, I
Yeah, we're
think.
here already.
Very well. Okay. And then, yeah, he will take you across to where the temples are. It's probably only like a couple of buildings over. Just drinking my tea. When he takes you into the temple, it's although you've been investigating now for a few hours, this only makes it like 9, 10 in the morning. People are about doing their daily shit, including a number of priests and acolytes. You can also see a moderately sheepish-looking Jean Hashem, who you previously rescued. He gives you a meek wave and then goes back to doing what appears to be chores as he cleans the feet of every fucking statue in this place.
Yeah, just
You're on foot
just-
duty, Hassin.
Oh no, foot duty.
He gets a
it's like,
fucking
he's on
Cass
foot
hug as soon as he
duty.
waves
It's
at
like,
us.
fuck.
No being meek around this bar.
Ah. Oh.
Yeah, it's not the fact that he's meek around the body, it's the fact that the fucking illegal goddamn dealing with the cultist kidnappers that
Yeah, and
stole our
you're
fucking
there
souls.
walking around with the government.
Yeah,
Like, oh
that's
no,
the
I'm in
part.
trouble again, but he sees you frankly thinking about other shit.
Yeah, but
Oh
he
please,
gets a
we're
hard
not a
like he gets just a fucking hard look from Karin because he was trying to use a fucking sacred temple as a fucking illegal front money laundering bullshit.
look. I get it. I understand it. I'm not going to implicate him with the government. My own family's done some shady shit. Come on now.
Yeah, but Karin hasn't, and she knows how to keep her mouth shut. But she doesn't mean she's gonna give him like cut him some slack for that.
That makes sense. Yeah. Jean will accept the hug. Pauses and goes, What are you guys here for then? And then sees planters staring at him and goes, you know what? It's probably nothing to do with me. You guys have fun.
Yeah, we're just passing by. Take care.
All right, you too. Then he sighs and turns around and returns to scrubbing a fucking statue.
It's like, oh no, he's a foot duty. He's just licking his lips. Yes, my life is complete.
I can't wait to do Eblis feast. Jesus, this is my favorite part of the day.
I know, it's like licking his fucking chops like a goddamn nanny dog outside a nursery.
I can imagine that exact type of like the mouth smacking together, big dog noise. Ugh. Goodness me. Yes, Planter, after you return to the group, Khassid will send you on in. There's a secondary room that's used for funerary rites. In a lot of cases, I believe they perform sky burials here. And then he pauses awkwardly and looks over at Tiff, who harumphs and fluffles up some of her feathers, and he goes, ahem. We have not done so with water yet, for obvious reasons of us not wanting to potentially spread a curse amongst everything, all the animals of the oasis. Still, I shall leave you in the good priest's graces, and here he hands you a key. This is Grafham's house key. I will expect you to leave everything as you find it.
Of course.
Yeah, he probably hands the key off to Anai. Probably disappointed, like, and you fucking, I mean it, I know your father, and he'll tell you off.
Yeah, I know. I plan to do exactly that. I plan to leave it in everything we find it and put everything back as we do and return this key directly to like this guy afterward.
Sweet. Yep. All right. He leaves you to it. And then a similarly svelte and slender individual, similar in appearance to Jean, walks up, but you can see that he's got sort of wolf or dog ears that are particularly pointed up and a Nubian in style. Gives you all a faint smile. Ah, you would be the individuals responsible for rescuing my dear baby Jean. Yes?
Yeah, that's
Correct.
us.
That's right.
Ah, it does me good to know that there are gracious souls out there.
Happy to help. And
And happy to receive help, of course.
speaking of doing the town a good turn, we're actually looking into Mr. Waters' fate. We understand his body's
Ah,
here still.
You are correct. Such a grim tale. And he adjusts himself, and Mr. Hussein is an attractive individual, let's just say. I should pull up an art of them. It's like I feel like most of the Anubians I have to hand are all very
Feminine?
female presenting.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy definitely gives off
It's
swishy
a powerful
vibes.
look. Yeah, I mean, like, you could see Jan right there. Like, it clearly runs in the family, such as it were. Here, I'll grab you a lad. Lad, big air quotes.
Nice.
It's not enlarging on my screen, but I
That
assume
was
it
weird.
is.
Like it did like
it's
the
doing
circle to
nothing.
enlarge, but did not pull up enlarge to that.
It looked like it tried to for a
It
second.
tried
Tried
to,
really
yeah.
hard. It's doing its best.
Just make the token bigger. There
There you go.
He doesn't look quite so shirtless to you guys, but you know. He's wearing the classic like long sarong kind of dealy anyway, and will escort you to a back room. I apologize. Although repose has been performed, there's an unique odor to the unfortunate Judge Waters.
I have come prepared. I'm just going
That's
to
understandable.
unseal a jar and then dip a bean in and smear it underneath my nose.
Yeah, I see that you are prepared for this matter.
Not my first time.
My sympathies, in which case. I wish I could say this were much the same, but unfortunately, no. I have seen unfortunate things in my time, just not quite so unique. Usually, the worst is a departed who was not known to be missing and passed in their home. A week passes without knowledge.
God, don't say it like that. We had this situation with my aunt, like not my aunt, but like my mom's aunt, like over the past summer.
Oh no, my sympathies.
Yeah. She was a recluse anyway, and it was like 2-3 weeks
Oh.
before anyone found her.
Oh, that's steep.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
is steep.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I
Yes.
was gonna say, I will say this out of character. I had another fucking theory that just popped into my head. You said it was still smoking. What if he was balefully teleported, his skeleton, and
Someone
animated?
TP'd his skeleton out and that left behind smoke. That is
Yeah,
also
but
an interesting theory.
I cast
I mean,
teleport skeleton.
A powerful
That's
ninth
a
level
that's
fucked
spell.
up power.
horrifying.
Like holy shit. That is a really strong fucking conjuration spell. I conjure your bones. What?
Indeed, like the baleful teleport and just your skeleton, and then like it becomes, because of the magic, you become trapped in it and become sentient like that. And that's why he was stuck on the fucking roof. But he knew it was a skeleton and tried to scratch his way in. Like, no, my
Like, I
body
want
is.
to go
Oh
back to my
shit!
Give me my
body.
flesh.
I'd be like, oh
Let me
fuck.
back in.
Yeah, but like I said, it was a fun theory. Just it made me think of like a very powerful teleportation in a very concentrated area that would cause burning or smoking like that.
Yeah. All right. So the body. So I'm gonna ask for a little test from all of you guys because it's shocking, horrifying, and unnatural.
Yeah. You want like a will save?
Yeah, I think I would like a wisdom or charisma saving throw from all of you.
Can I have advantage?
I was about to say, yeah, Ralu, you have been in some horrible, horrifying nightmare level shit. You can have advantage. The DC for this
What
is
about those
15.
of us who have the
Yay,
stuff
I
smeared
passed.
on?
I think this is a
It doesn't
visual
protect your, that doesn't
horror.
Oh,
protect your
okay, fair
eyes
enough.
from what they're looking at.
This is a visual
Well,
horror
no
thing, not the
cast.
stench.
All right.
Otherwise, it'd be like Constitution.
All right, yeah, some of you guys are gonna be having some fucking
All
nightmares.
right, I'm gonna spend my
I
inspo.
can reaction Loam at least, but
No.
You can get ahead of 15. I don't think you can reaction save Loam. Okay,
oh,
all right.
I
I
thought you had
could
advantage.
I could try my I could try inspiration, but
Still need everyone else's rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, given I'm wild shifted all the time, so I'm just keeping this going.
What?
Wow, look at you go, Tiff.
Good job, Tiff.
15 exactly. Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, anyone who got under 15 desperately needs to fight off the urge to be very, very sick. But at the very least, it's just horrifying. There are going to be so many nightmares later witnessing someone who is in this advanced state of a lot of terrifying things. There's not really a good description for whatever the fuck is going on over there.
Yeah, honestly, the less descriptive you are about this, the better.
Yeah. Still, it's nightmarish. It's nightmarish.
The family. I can only. I'm sorry. I can only think of the Family Guy episode where Peter wished he had no bones.
Uh,
I wish I had no bones.
yeah, that, but way more horrifying.
Obviously, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. The body has been laid out human ways as opposed to like literally left in a splutered out puddle. Like there's been an effort made to straighten the individual out into a lying down position or repose position. Incisions have been made.
Who is that?
Yeah, my phone's actually quite loud for
Yeah,
notifications,
you
apparently.
need to
Yeah.
mute that fucker during D&D, please.
Unless it's servitors again.
The people.
Beep in the last boop.
The people who failed their saves are the two in the front, and the people that succeeded is the one in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what I expect.
Just chill as shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a rough time. And yeah, so what do with your brand new shiny nightmares?
Well,
Alright.
first get the
Let's start with
First-
this. Like, does he have his ring on his fingers, like, or where the fingers would be, or I don't know how to decide that.
There is a number of rings on his fingers. That said, you've opened the box so you know the shape of it, and there's really only one that conforms to that chalk outline. It appears to be a bracelet-shaped mini ring made of solid obsidian, except veined through with gold. It's very shiny. It's very pretty.
I'm gonna keep my hands
Well, the-
away from that one.
Yeah, I will ask them if they have a sort of like a log of which incisions were made and when, like that. Taking
Yeah, Hassan will just pull out like a little bit of paper that just says these were all of the initial findings at the Grendel turnover. I am a healer, not a surgeon. It was left to the matter of people, more educated in such matters than I.
Yeah, now
And yeah,
comes
he hands you the paper, and you can see just like normal surgical incisions were made. Smoke came out of the first incision, and vestiges of it were located in follow-up incisions. Although this body you can see obviously is boneless. Like it's such an alien thing that you can see that realization has not yet dawned until like a couple of incisions have made, and they're like, I don't find a single fucking bone.
Okay. Well, we can give the body a look over here. These are the incisions made. Is there a hole somewhere else? Is there a notation of any holes that's not supposed to be there?
There is no evidence of any misplaced cuts.
There are no misplaced cuts, but they have not done any notation of like, oh, this you should not have a hole here. Like this is a butthole. This is
No,
a big.
the holes are present of the correct number and located where they should be.
Okay, so we're gonna have to actually.
If you're going to
I
look at
was
the back
gonna-
of him, you're going to have to fucking flip this pancake over.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no,
we
I'm
can't
going
turn
to
it.
do
We
it.
can't turn him over. We're gonna have to flip this fucker like a pancake.
Yeah, like a really bad, like one of those fitted bed sheets with the elastic band around the bottom that you can't really figure out what direction it folds in.
Yeah, Ralu's going to do it and just
Yeah,
listen,
gonna
if
say.
there's any of you that don't want to watch this, just turn away or wait outside.
Tiff is probably just gonna like plug her ears. She's gonna watch, but she doesn't want to hear what noises her body makes when you turn it over like a pancake.
Mm.
All right.
Like
I'm
she's
gonna-
too morbidly curious not to at least watch, but she
Yeah.
does not need audio to go with
Yeah,
this.
I will assist because we're the two biggest ones in the league.
Yeah,
turn it
I probably
gently.
want to do that slowly and carefully. And you know, between the two of you, and considering neither of you failed your terrified of this save, you are able to do so without causing any kind of issue. There are a number of tattoos on Grapham Water, and some of them look particularly ancient in style, but their presence is relatively new. You recognize a lot of it as being written in Abyssal.
I can read Abyssal. Oh no, I
Yeah.
can't read Abyssal. I read
Oh.
Deep Speech. Sorry.
No, this is definitely not written in deep speech. He hasn't got like the tongue of mad gods written down his ass crack or anything.
Okay. Can I
That's a
I have a high
travesty.
enough int? Can I recognize it as Abyssal? You know
Yeah.
how you can just recognize like.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone speak Abyssal?
Or can read it.
Oh, Maeve does.
And Maeve got a nat 20 on her.
Yeah, she's
yeah.
fine to read it.
And she don't give a fuck.
I'll just.
She's made of tough northern
Maeve
stuff.
grew up in fucking Torchlight. Nothing bothers her.
That's also true. Yeah, she grew up on like really fucking antediluvian horror stories for bedtime stories. It's real weird. Like, tell me the one again by the like with the Inside Out man, and we're like, yeah, all right, fine, that is your favorite story. But
And
was the
she-
head in a jar or a
wait,
box?
Before she starts to read them, I would like to do detect magic.
She's not reading them aloud anyway.
I
That'd be
would
dumb.
still like to know if like
Oh.
this corpse is radiating any kind of magic.
Give me an Arcana test.
Can anyone assist me? People who can actually look at it. Cass can assist me.
Cast and freak out.
No?
What do
Yes.
we need again?
Tiff has Arcana
Oh.
training. She'll help you.
Sorry, I'm back. What's up? What's Arcana training? What am I doing?
To detect magic on this body.
Oh, okay.
We are equally as good as Arcana, so.
No, you're not.
Wait, you're two more. Huh.
Yeah.
You used to be plus
Yeah, I
five.
have expertise in it.
Yeah, wizarded. All right. Looks
Does anyone have
like
any inspiration to
Ralu
spend
with
for it?
Huh?
I was
No.
asking if anyone has any inspiration to spend for it.
I do have inspiration to spend,
I mean,
but
a 15's
I'm cool
fine,
with
yeah.
a 15 for now.
Okay, yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, with a 15, you don't detect currently active magic. You detect hella magic coming from that ring. It's definitely like a really powerful artifact. Kind of washes out a lot of whatever the rest of this body has going on, but you can detect that magic was performed on it, from it, or through it at some point in the past. Feels like perhaps evocation magic or conjuration. Hard to
Sorry,
say
people.
between the two.
Sorry, people interrupted and were talking to me. Can you tell me what I detected, please?
The ring is hella magic, obviously. There used to be magic on or passing through, perhaps, or coming from the body that smacks of like evocation or conjuration.
I know we flipped the body over, but the thing is, like, because it's all just flesh, it's all twisted around.
Yeah.
Can I detect any magic coming from the orifices, specifically like the face, eyes, and ears, and
Mm,
see if the magic is connected by any tendrils to that, or
no, you can't detect any
Mm.
magic seeping out of his butthole or mouth.
all right. So, strong evocation magic,
Or conjuration, perhaps.
evocation, conjuration.
Harder to say. You definitely pick up the fetid stench of corruption, however. It looks like whatever happened to this body means it has not risen as an undead in any time since. Presumably it's because it's in a temple, which is consecrated ground. So
Yes.
regardless of the fact that this body is just fucking just turgid with
Well-
corruption, has not done any kind of transmutation.
Not on the body itself, but maybe on the bones.
Maybe on them bones. Yeah, that is also a possible theory, is that whatever happened to his body is the result of dying while in some kind of state of intense corruption. You wouldn't have a case study for that, unfortunately / fortunately, so it would be hard to say.
I mean, I think it's
Fair
a
enough.
decently likely thing, given that you just said like there's a bunch of like corruption, like
Yeah.
science on him.
Yeah, this body died in a nasty way and left a nasty mark on itself. Like there's a hole in the world psyche right in front of you. It's real fucked up shit.
But yeah, what she's saying is this is our educated guess.
It's one of a number of educated
Yeah.
guesses, yes.
We've got several to go through. All right. Anai, can you identify the ring without touching it?
Is that something I can try, Scal?
I'll give you a disadvantaged Arcana.
Okay.
I will assist you. I have Arcana trained.
Sure. Brings it to a normal Arcana test. With a 14, you can tell that this ring is
Do you want
like
to
a
use my-
legendary tier.
Do you want to use my inspo?
I mean, if you're willing to use it up for it, I mean, it's probably a good try for it.
All right. You can have my inspo.
Okay. That's a lot
There we
better.
go.
Oh, well, fuck me. You guys are when it comes down to it, you do sure like squeak out a pretty spicy bit of something. Let me. Oh, I've got a typo in there. All right. The
Okay.
Ring of Old Ancients. The sinfully black ring of obsidian is veined with gold and always leaves behind faintly magical trails of blue chalk. My thanks, dearest sister. Wherever did you find these things? In order to become fate-bound to this ring, you must consume something ancient, such as the contents of a canopic jar or skeletal corpse dust. While fate-bound to this ring, you may misty step a number of times per long rest equal to your proficiency modifier.
Well, that's really good
Every-
though.
That's secrets.
But
That's pretty good, but it's also a
Oh,
really weird fate bound.
yeah, I don't
Well, I
want to think about what the
Wait,
secrets
know why
are
it is.
on that, but they probably turn you into
No,
a
I don't either.
fucking skeleton teleporting machine.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
wait,
bet
no,
they
it
do.
misty steps your skeleton and not you. Oh
You're
god,
right.
Oh shit.
he killed himself.
Oh,
maybe he's not fucking dead.
Yeah, no, the skeleton's still
Well, no, he's
cranking
dead as
around
shit.
somewhere.
Yeah.
yeah, his skeleton's
Yeah, because the skeleton
ran off into the
tried.
desert.
Here's the thing: the skeleton tried to get back in, but the ring was still in, and that means there's a level of intelligence left in the skeleton, and we didn't find any bones on the roof.
You did not.
Oh shit!
He's out there somewhere, probably running to these
Jesus
ruins.
Christ.
Probably fucking hiding and trying to figure some shit
Oh,
out.
Let's
The poor bastard.
that's amazing.
just listening to Anai describe the ring and just okay. Misty Step is very useful, but no one attuned to that thing.
No, I was not planning to in any slightest
Come
means of it.
on! The ring even came in a box of ancient dust. It would be so easy.
No.
He fucking snorted the ring dust. Dingleberry.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
He deserves
Oh
everything that
my
happened to
It
him.
is it is far too early for Ralu to join the skeleton war.
Oh god, now we
Jesus
need to start
Christ.
looking for actual skeletal footprints to see where the fuck he went.
Anyone have a box or a bag we can put this in?
I mean, you still have the
Just
put back.
original chitinous puzzle box.
Let's put it in the
No, I
puzzle
don't.
box and close it back
And
up.
then never open it
I
again.
don't have the puzzle box. No,
Oh, where is it?
in the room.
Oh, you put it back in the room. Right, where you found it.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to take stuff out of the room. Remember?
This is true.
Okay, well we're going Anai, because your family's well known, we're going to have to ask for that and put that back into the box.
And
If someone
mean-
sealed it away in the box, it's probably safer in that box.
You
I mean,
know,
we probably
I
should put it in
bet
there,
you
but like
could.
also,
You could spend a long time trying to figure out what some of them secrets is as well.
No, I'm
How
good.
long
from
does
like
that
another
take?
Arcana, for like Arcana
It would
checks or something
it would
like
be
that.
like a week of magical testing, to be fair.
I mean, I'm willing to do it because it's one of my ideals, so...
I think we have slightly more pressing things than just finding out the secrets of this ring.
Well, that's what you have to say. I will find out the secrets of this ring eventually, then. At the
No.
very least, to understand how it works. I'm not going to use the thing.
Let's clear that with Judge Planter first before we just go willy-nilly taking the ring.
Well, I'm going to take the ring now so I know where it is, because I don't want anyone else to find it and use it while we're turned around. I hate it when that happens. So,
Well,
I'm going to take the ring and then very carefully wrap it up in, in some cloth, and then tie it at the top.
I got a leather pouch if you want to throw that into that.
I will put the wrapped up cloth in the leather pouch.
That guy is a leather pouch.
Oh!
The
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
you can just call him a fucking flesh one, see?
All right. So now that we've got the ring sorted, can we do an investigation on the body to glean any more info we might have missed on the first go round, or
You
have
absolutely
we
can.
done-
You can perform a medicine or an investigation test.
Who
I
wants to
don't
help
want
me
to
with
perform an
invest-
investigation
I'll
test on it.
assist.
Who wants
If
to
I'm being
aid me in
honest.
investigation? Okay. 23.
All right. Maybe it's because you've got this extra goo under your schnoz. You pick up a different aroma than you're expecting when you're like going over this individual, reminiscent perhaps to maybe a little bit brimstony. It's definitely acrid, whatever it is. But with it, you'd swear you can smell like just the very barest edge of like a flower or some kind of perfume that really mutes that aroma. Like it's a very confusing and complex combo, and it's being very much smothered by the rest of whatever's going on with this body.
Huh.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, the translation of the
Oh,
abyssal
right, yes.
script. In service, we all go one day wishing for a better tomorrow. It's very artistic.
The
It's
second
sort of
one
flowing Sanskrit looking deal.
The second one sounds like a meme that you would see online with hashtag just girly things underneath.
Like fried dumplings, 4 for 2 after 3 p.m. That's my favorite Chinese tattoo ever. It means like peace and friendship.
Yeah, that's like a figure just said that in the abyssal.
That would be fun.
My favorite is when the guy was asking a Japanese guy to tattoo lover of Asian beauty on him, and the dude tattooed foreign pervert.
Yep.
Okay, and so the tattoos don't radiate magic, but they are.
If they do or did, that time has come and gone, and it's very difficult to tell over the whole. Just this body has residual magic, and that ring they were wearing was very, 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 very magic.
Is Savin, are you writing this stuff down
No.
or? Okay, I was just wondering because I do have a separate investigation notes thing going up.
Oh, that's good.
We've been writing all this stuff down in chat, so I didn't really see a point keeping it in a separate thing.
Fair.
But how many times is it people going, what did we do? And then angrily scrolling through when I could just have it in the
Yeah,
notes for the game.
You're doing God's work, Stray.
If you feel a need for it, go ahead.
I will delete them after the investigation is over.
Makes sense. Yeah. Anything else? You can ask me a question about the body. There might be something not forthcoming.
Well, my only question would be, this is like purely academic. Is it actually in a state of active decay, or is it
It
like?
was in a state of decay, but it's been reposed at that mid stage so that it
Okay.
doesn't decay further.
Yeah,
They can't
'cause-
undo what decay has already happened, unfortunately.
Plus decay starts after a day or two only.
Yeah, but we don't know what kind of
A
magic
boneless individual probably decayed really goddamn fast when stuff started splashing places. Yeah. If that is all the questions.
Yeah, I think we got everything we need. Does anyone else have anything?
Not at present.
No, I think I'm good.
I kind of don't want to be around the body anymore. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Eh.
It is very gross. Might gives me lots of head rubs.
Specifically, was it the body or just the ring that was reeking of evocation conjuration?
Hard to say.
Okay, I'm gonna just do body/ring then.
Yeah. The body has faint evidence of magic, and the ring is just a fucking big bright blue streak in your eyes that you can't really figure out around. There are some obvious secrets to it, but you would have to spend some time very carefully inspecting whatever magic it is that makes up this thing.
Okay, fair enough. Give me 20 seconds. My brother's ordering dinner.
Ooh.
We're
You should get Peking Duck.
What I am getting is how do you wait? Hang on.
A calzone.
Oh, hell yeah, Cow Zone. The deadly zone.
Lu Rofan. It's a Taiwanese pork rice bowl.
Ooh, nice.
Pork
Oh, that
pork
sounds delicious.
belly rice and pork belly on top of sticky rice with pickles.
Yeah.
All right. So back in 10 seconds.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
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 dun.
dun, dun.
Now I want to get some fucking pork belly and cook that, like, just chuck it in a rice cooker with some rice and then fry the whole lot in egg.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Douse it
I
in
got-
Mackie sauce.
I had I still have a pot of bone, well, beef bone soup. Taking meaty bones there and just cooked all the deliciousness out of them. So just, and it's carrots, it's potatoes, it's celery, it's all the good stuff in there, and a little bit of pasta in there to soak up to make it extra thick. So I got that delicious bony marrow melted into it, spices. It's really good and it's really hearty, so it's really nice when it's fucking cold outside and you just look outside and be like, yeah, I'm fucking happy I'm not outside. Because
Stand back.
it's like dipping and just snorkeling around like negative 25 Celsius.
All that good shit. All right. Yeah, you're able to get yourselves all pulled together. Maya will just scoop a Cass under one arm, as Casses all want to do.
Not Princess carrying Cass. He's so
right now,
traumatized.
right now, Casso spooked. He needs to be luggage.
Ah. Well, surely it'd be bad to press on his stomach in this situation, though.
Oh, you're right. All right. Yeah, probably Princess carried then. Regardless, the High Priest will see you all out and firmly closes and double checks that door. There, it's just a deep sigh of relief, which he obviously recognizes. Like, it's not cool to sigh with relief when you leave behind a body that passed in need, but like, God, extenuating circumstances, man. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Also,
get
is this the guy
it.
that is the guy in charge of the burial?
Yes, he will be in charge of that once all the inspection is approved, done, and finished. He would like to be done with this as soon as possible, but has hung in there and had to keep on coming in and reposing.
Yeah. I am going to inform him that I'm taking a ring that I am fairly certain is heavily cursed. But we haven't unlocked all its secrets yet, and we need to put it back in the puzzle box it was found in. So, if there's anything missing from the body, I did take it.
He nods. Thank you for letting me know. I had noticed a number of those rings, and yes, that one included. And, well, yeah, I was not willing to go messing with it just in case. You never know what magics could be dangerous.
Correct.
Still,
That's why it's enclocked in a leather bag.
Yes.
Given that one of its components is consuming ancient body parts, I very simply don't want. Feels much safer to have it in a where I know where it is rather than turn around and have it happen again.
Just looks like he's still pondering the whole ordeal. Essentially, it's a lot's been going on, and he's just taking it back. Just shrugs eventually. I just hope that this matter's resolved very quickly.
We're doing what we can.
I know and understand. I wish you luck in exploring his home, and thankfully that was in good condition. I think the only thing that's been taken out of it was perishable foodstuffs, just to, not rot in the place.
Hey, this might be a weird question, but
Mm-hmm.
has anyone seen or encountered any kind of undead around town recently?
Give me a D8.
Sure. A 3.
Shakes his head in an eye. No, I can't say that anyone's mentioned something
Okay,
like that.
great. Follow-up question. Is there like a sewer or some sort of underground place in town?
No, we have a number of caverns out of town, like perhaps 5 miles north.
Okay.
Otherwise, treatments done internally, and well, as you can see, it's like gestures. We're right on the water side. We can't really afford to go digging those treatments like underground or anything. It's just a building essentially where just if a wizard go over
Gotcha.
stuff.
Thanks.
High-paying job,
I
sewage wizard.
bet.
It's a shit task, but someone's got to do it.
Sewage sorcerer.
Yep. The Turtomancer.
8 years of wizard college only to cast purify shit.
Yep. When I said I was interested in scatological practices, this is not exactly what I intended.
Waste wizard.
Yes. No, he's the local Turtomancer is a very friendly individual. They get paid very well for what is honestly only like 5 minutes of work a day. So like, fucking who's the real chump? You should wear a peg on your nose for 5 minutes. Big goddamn deal.
All right. To the house then.
So yes, you head to the
to the
house of Judge Planter. And it is a nice house. It's 2 stories. The very first story you can like see into the one of the just like plain stone windows with wooden bracing. Looks like he's got a nice library indoors. And as you come around, actually open up and enter, yeah, there is. It smells now like that typical lovely old musty books.
Okay, that's a
I think
much
that's
better
probably
smell.
the only scent in the place. Yeah, everyone love it. Old book smell. It's good shit.
Yeah.
And probably like wet stone smell. I think there are probably going to be a large number of like stone slabs sitting in like a mineral oil bucket. Those stone slabs have writing all of their own on them. And some of them do look terribly old. There's a staircase that leads upstairs to like actual living space. But yeah, but looks like Judge Planter has a really like his whole bottom floor is just devoted to nerd bullshit. Tiff thinks this is
I mean,
awesome.
he was dating a bard. I bet his bottom was
Yeah, it's not
devoted to
bad.
nerd shit
It's pretty
too.
nice. I would not mind having a library room like this. Only bigger, though.
Same.
Tiff nods sagely. Fuck yeah. It's a shame we can't fit like a whole library on the Love Boat. That would have been a real spicy
Yeah.
good time.
You say that, but I did turn one of the rooms into a library like ages ago.
Looks like they've all been turned back into living spaces since.
Of course.
It also, you have to remember, with sand skiffs, books are heavy, and the only ships in the Manticore fleet that have libraries are specifically designed for them, and you have to put them like in the middle of the ship so you don't get weird tilting.
Well,
I
my
guess that
room's
makes
got
sense.
well,
Books
my room's
heavy.
got plenty of books though, so
Yeah, she gives a thumbs up.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I would-
the pleasure barge certainly its rooms have been retrofit for many different purposes over its years of use.
hmm look, each of the kids got to like customize their room and what they want in it.
A personal library is different, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. So, every room has a place to hang hooks
Yeah,
from
we
on the
don't ask
ceiling.
that.
Yeah. We don't ask those questions.
We don't ask those
Sorry,
questions.
while you were gone, we turned your library into a sex swing.
Just innocent hammocks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were just napping.
Napping.
Everyone
I
everyone
expected this
likes
out.
napping.
Look,
No,
I
they
know I know why they
they
do it. Trust me.
Yep.
they turned the entire library into a sex swing. Like, yeah, bondage, shelves are in bondage gear, just dangling and everything. You know.
I expected this outcome, and yet I'm still disappointed by it. But yeah, do you want us to do investigation over the house to see what we can find, or
Who can assist me in investigation? Preferably someone without also a high
You
investigation.
and I both have the second best, so let's work together.
Do you want to roll or shall I?
You go ahead. My luck's been shit today. Actually, wait.
Okay.
I was gonna
Mine's not much
say
better.
we
Oh,
should take a short
sorry.
rest so I can give us out some inspirations.
Now, clearly,
I
you
wanna
guys are
find
trying to
out-
beat high sun, you know?
I was
Well,
going to
what
find
do
out
you
what
do?
best actual
For
Scott wanted us to
investigating?
do first.
Yeah.
Yep, investigating the room of Judge Planter now. Or the
We're
home of
go-
Judge Planter.
We're going to take
All right,
our rest
23.
during the heat of the day. There we go. See?
Yeah, as interesting all of his books are, for the most part, they're academic. Like, fucking storybooks, few and far between, unfortunately. Like, yeah, academic books are interesting and all, but you just got away from college. This is too collegey for you.
It's
like,
too collegey for me.
oh no. It's like college, but without the desperation. It's just learning for the sake of learning, this freak. I can't believe it.
Fucking freak.
He's getting educated for no reason other than to become smarter.
I mean, I get it, but still.
And so you make your way upstairs. He has a pretty rudimentary kitchen, like super simple affair. Oven for baking bread, big stew pot, coal fireplace, little grill for like lamb shish, that kind of thing. Since so much of the bottom floor has been devoted entirely to entertainment space, the upper floor is basically like a kitchen and dining room combo. Like, it takes up the majority of the home, and then just at the back is a big double bed and a tiny little bathroom, and that's it. Like, it's a very well thought out room, and it gives you very much student vibes. Like, that's just the style of home that he left college with and just hung on to it. It's big, it's open. He could indeed entertain visitors because he's got this big dining area and it's connected to this nice, open, simple kitchen. But, like, super simple layout. You are able to ask me 2 questions about this place. You're also muted.
Yeah, I know, I'm thinking.
Ah, okay. No, well thinking then. You were going around looking as well for old correspondence.
Yes, we were specifically looking for like the letter that like we are found the reply to.
Yeah, there is a neat stack of papers that are resting underneath just like a blank clay tablet that hasn't had anything written on it yet. And yeah, some of the paper matches like others that you've seen on his desk, like that's his writing paper. But a couple under there, like under the stack, don't come from his home. Like, it's not his stationery. You can look those over. What do you want to know about these original works? You've already discovered that the relic is this interesting cube. It already has on it like the believed method for opening it is an old puzzle based on like bumps and dents on the cube structure used to fulfill some kind of like order code, and figured you'd be best at figuring this out. So good luck,
I
little brother.
believe we wanted to know where his sister was.
Yeah, his sister is writing from the desk of Sala.
So she's with the.
She is working with. She is working with that
Well, that
archaeological
streamlines
site.
things.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like the
Yeah, as you go
archaeologist that
over.
the planner was talking about, probably.
Yeah, she's probably, judging by what Planter said, like she's probably his second in command.
Yeah.
Here's a VP of the site. Let's see here. There is a query on her part, like essentially saying like Salah is too proud to go asking for funding himself. Do you have any way to help? We're really close, and I'm sure that you could crack this bit. And honestly, it's getting really expensive out here on the dunes. We are very far away from water, and it's pretty much a constant job staying supplied.
Okay. So the sister sent him the relic and is asking for a donation or investment to keep the
Bitch
thing
killed her
going.
brother while
Yep.
panhandling
Maybe open
from
the
him. My
box.
God.
Do that. She killed him accidentally. She didn't know.
By
what
the
the
by
Well,
the
yeah,
look
I
of it,
mean,
she did not
she
know what
didn't.
was
She didn't
happening.
know,
Well,
but she
maybe
still
the ring
killed him.
didn't kill him. It's still an assumption.
It's a manslaughter
Yeah,
charge at
yeah.
worst, but
That
still.
is.
She got
Sure.
him killed.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yes, yeah, that would be the.
She was party to his death.
We're
She's gonna
assuming
be
so far,
so
yeah.
fucking guilty.
By what we've known so far, yeah.
Tifa's like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's pretty grim. Maybe we could find a way to not tell her.
Yeah.
Well,
Not tell
no,
her
I
that her
mean
brother is dead.
it was the ring that got him killed.
How do we? She's supposed to be like intelligent, right? She's gonna ask how he died, and we're gonna say bad magic or
I don't
or
know.
what?
Let's. I mean,
I'm simply going to tell her the
I don't
truth.
know.
Do we lie and just say he tripped over and had a heart attack while reading?
No, the entire
No.
town knows that it was weird.
I mean, we don't have to say it was
Yeah.
that particular relic.
The
It could have
truth.
been something else.
Unless you are trained in the art of deception, she's going to, if she's smart enough. Yeah, what is better, us telling her the truth up front, or a naturally intelligent person that very clearly likes a good mystery as she's digging under the sands, finding out herself? It just seems like it just seems like a long walkabout to the same conclusion.
Yeah, you're probably right, but still.
This could have been different, but I also did tell the high priest I was taking the ring because it was very unpleasant. She's going to be able to take that out of him as well. We might as well tell her and let the cards fall where they may.
Mm-hmm.
There are consequences to digging beneath the sands, believe me.
There's still one big missing part of all this.
Yeah.
Where's the skeleton?
Well, that's a problem, but none of us have the magical accoutrement to find it, and we didn't find any tracks of it other than on the roof.
Well, we
We
didn't
didn't really
search for
try.
tracks.
I could
We
attempt
haven't
to
searched for
track
it
this
quite yet.
creature.
But before that, Skow,
Yeah.
what's his house look like? Is it like a 1-story, 2-story?
I feel like I've described it now
You
multiple
did.
times.
It's described as a 2-story house. The first floor is a big personal library where you could entertain people's stuff. The second floor is like a
Well, I
kitchen
wanted to
and
see if to make sure that A, there wasn't a basement, and B, I want
Nope.
to look
You're,
around.
you're next to a great big source of water. There are no basements in this city.
I want to, well, because it follows up, I want to get a lay of the dimensions of the room, and then walk out and to see if they match the rest of the house.
Can't be asked to give you the actual dimension numbers. They match up internally and
More
externally.
importantly, while we're
Oh, okay.
searching around, like
Yeah,
You
with
never
that
know.
sort of
You can never know
closeness,
with wizards.
can we find any indication of like skeleton scratch marks around like the entrances and exits here?
Oh,
That's
that's
a good
true.
one.
I was gonna ask to
Give
check
me
the windows.
Survivals, Loam. May will
Yeah,
help
you
you.
can check windows too. Survivals, yeah.
Survival.
Looking for tracks and shit.
This is
Survival.
Okay, now.
Okay, pretty good. Yeah, it's
See
up,
that
Kina.
roll.
Well, Loam should too, just in case.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be the only one rolling.
What is it, Kina? You're saying this is?
Does this location count as say
This is
desert?
the inside of a building.
I'm trying to
Um,
factor in if this works for
This
my
is this is
natural
urban.
explorer, or is this
No.
indoors?
This is indoors and urban. Do you have
Okay.
natural explorer for urban?
That's not that is not an applicable choice on this class feature.
Nope. And then
Okay,
it
so
is just
I
a
don't.
normal survival.
Oh, that's a
I can just help
24
you with that. No
Alright.
worries.
because May was helping her.
Yeah, all right. With a 24 and a 23, as you'll have yourself a sneak and a look around and a clamber, there is evidence of different shapes and sizes of tiny scratches. Some on windowsills, against walls. Tiff will go up when you give her some direction, and she says, "Yeah, there are little scratches on the roof too." You're
So,
pretty sure with these survival checks that they are not the same person/creature.
these are from different creatures.
Yep.
Are you able to tell there's like if it's just one other creature that's doing it, or is it like multiple other ones that are making these?
At least two distinctly different in size, despite being the same sort of bony finger thing.
So there's like two additional ones to the one that we found. So there's like three
Yeah,
in total
there's
that we see so
3.
far.
3 sets of bony bits.
Or is it like one and that's the same as the other? So it's like two.
One is probably close to the other.
So
It's hard
two
to tell. They're
creatures
all
so far.
Possibly
yeah,
2.
at least two. But you could honestly say that there could be like two different creature types, and then like multiples of one or the other. Like there's a lot of
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
inconsistency to say, but like finger bones look like finger bones most of the time. It's just a matter
Right,
of
right,
scale.
right. That's kind of like okay. Okay, so at least two different types of it. Which is even more worrying that there is multiple types of it.
In the world?
Was it multiple or just two? For writing down.
Mhm. At least two different varieties of sign left behind by any number of creatures.
Can we tell this is probably bad. Can we tell how recent they were? Like if they're in like the past like couple of days or they look longer than that?
Hard to say. They aren't ancient, that's for sure. But as far as like little scratches left behind by bony fingies, could be fucking honestly
Anytime,
really hard
yeah.
to get that kind of time scale.
Yeah, I figured, but it's good to ask.
They aren't ancient, I'll tell you that.
I'm glad about that.
I mean, it could be
It's,
old, like just fucking old damage from like I don't know, like Bob the Builder or some shit.
Or a
Yeah.
yin, or a yin leaning up against a window smelling a fresh pie.
Well, now the question is, did we find anything equivalent of a diary
Oh, good
while
point.
searching its place?
No, does not appear to keep a diary.
Last page of the
Well,
diary.
just,
Why would he write to let us know he was dying?
The
could
castle
die
of
midway through.
Ag. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like I
I'm
don't really,
dying.
That
They
was
killed
just-
me. This was exactly how they did it.
I'm just
I
gonna
feel like I
say,
don't really
I was
have
thinking
any
of
more
like
questions.
I hear the scratching at night. They're in the walls.
Yeah, no, there's
etc.
nothing like that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it was
I feel like I don't have any more questions. I think we pretty much got it all. We just need to
Yeah, we need to find
go
the
out
fucking
and
skeleton at this
find
point.
it.
Try and track this creature down.
Yeah, like that feels like that's the only bit left to it. Like I feel like we've gotten like all the prevalent information for it.
we are loaded down with
Did we find?
clues.
No, did we find the note, the message that he got that he was answering to in
Yes,
the
we
pile?
did.
Okay, good. I
And
can
we
do the calculations easier.
and we have the thing that was a focal point for all of this. I just want to get the puzzle box from the local constabulary.
Yeah, you can just go and do a little. It's a little bit roundabout to ask, but they'll be like, "Yeah, sure. If it will contain
Yeah.
a potentially dangerous artifact, of course, no problem." As for the location on the tomb, you'll have to go to the dig site, but you're fairly sure they need to be moving somewhere further to the north and west.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we can break in the party boat with an adventure.
Basically,
Yeah.
are you going
pretty
to stop
much.
by New Reno? I mean, Last Light.
Is it on the way?
I don't know.
Fucking
I don't know where
It's a
that
little
is
bit
on
to
the
the
map.
south. It's a little
so-
bit to the south of us, basically.
It's to the
It's
southeast of
southeast.
us.
it is an adjacent tile to
Then
where you are.
yes.
Yeah. Yes, we probably should. I spent a decent amount of time there. Family does
So-
business there.
Before
Yep,
we go there, we should
they
probably
do
check
real
out
good
those
business.
caverns that were mentioned, just in case El Skeletone is hiding there. 'Cause I think they're in this same hex
Yeah.
or square.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They are in
Yeah.
the same hex as this place. Yes, you could.
Because Scout said
Yeah,
they're
like
like a
5.
couple miles out, if that.
Yep. Indeed.
Not too far. It's a strut.
Yeah, you can wait till it's like closer to the evening.
Yeah. So
Let us
can we
see.
short rest and get more inspos?
Yeah, I imagine you can like short rest at the Sabri Manor and just chill there until it's later in the day, so it's not fucking hot when you go out there for a
Oh.
trek into the fucking sand.
Sounds
After
good.
3
I'll
or
also
4.
have returned the key back to the judge planner.
Yep.
How many
Only
people
2,
can you
so I'm
slap
going to
with
give one to
inspo
you
again?
and one to Maeve.
Okay.
Go well.
Very short
Yes.
rest.
Yes, short
short
rest.
rest.
As
during
a
the
side
heat of
note,
the day.
Hedrah,
Mm-hmm.
speaking
No,
of short rests, do keep in mind that the way temp HP works was changed slightly. It is now lost on a short rest. So no more wild shaping up, then going back down just to get a bunch of free temp HP. Yeah,
you
no.
can't toggle anymore. Direct nerf. How dare? Can't believe.
Well, I haven't used any resources, so I don't need to take a short rest.
Okay, well that means you can't
So-
wild
Yeah,
ship
that's,
when you get into a fight again.
Yeah, but I don't have to go out.
It
of
only
my
lasts for a
place.
minute.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
More importantly, that means you can't get 2 stacks of that temp HP in one engagement, basically. That's the important thing to note.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, one race just having access to oopsies way too much extra temp HP.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so how late are you waiting or hanging around the manor?
I'd assume we'd leave around like 4 o'clock after the heat of the nadir between 12 to 3.
Sure, it is December, so it would already be getting kind of on the dark side by then, but not tremendously.
Or you can just
Well,
leave like
well,
an hour
again,
and a
it's-
half
the-
ago.
The
we're in
sky's
the-
getting that nice like twilight color to it.
Yeah.
Because we
Wait,
are on the
what?
belt. we're on the belt of the world. That's not how it works that close to the equator. So it's not gonna get dark as early as it would in like the northern hemisphere we're
True.
used to.
Probably more correctly, it's that twilight color, but it's gonna be for like 2 more hours.
At when does the sun set in Arabia at night? Never
Oh
mind.
fuck, I don't know. I don't want to know.
Who knows? Who cares? We're going with that.
I don't
What
give a
Scow
shit. It's
said.
like,
There you go.
It will be for like a couple hours. It's real nice.
There you go. We don't care about the real world. We're going with what
fuck
Scow
the real
says.
world.
Well.
All right. Let's see. Then yeah, Khassid, you can entertain everyone and have yourselves a lovely time. The youngest of the Sabries is probably just chilling with you guys after serving up more tea and or coffee, etc., etc. And while you're all getting comfortable and cosiful, gonna get a perception test as Brienne comes stumbling back, stoned off her fucking gourd.
Okay. I don't like there being a battle map of my family's house here.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You've seen this map last time. It was nothing bad happened at all.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It is the same map there, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
We just immediately
a
transitioned.
guard out front.
Yeah, we just immediately transitioned from like this map though, like into being like the big. Like,
Yeah, sorry, yes, you're
fancy.
right. Yeah, it is this whole structure. Like the guard's still out there, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. I get what you mean
Look.
now.
Yeah. As Ren walks up, stoned off her fucking gourd, it seems that whilst doing her investigations around the market, spent a long time with the Kush family.
Okay.
Because
Some
you're
of you,
first.
if you look in her direction, can also hear what sounds like scrabbling somewhere higher up.
The bird? Where's the bird? Oh, the bird's over
Tiff goes, oh, it's not me.
Oh, there. Wait. Oh, okay.
Bonjour, I return.
Good to see you.
I was expecting you all to come to me at some point. Instead, I had nothing to do but sit around and get very relaxed.
Did you manage to find anything out about the bard in them?
Yes. He was dating a nice young man from Last Light nearby. Works at one of the casinos.
Mm-hmm.
A tiefling boy by name of Zane.
All right. Any return to Last Light there down there? In the past?
I believe that's where he is right now, although they haven't seen him, but obviously he lives in Last Light, so unlikely he'd come here on the regular. I assume he knows, but maybe does not know about the fate of his boyfriend.
Oh boy.
I'm sure there can be a missive sent out to him.
And surely we could just stop by. It would be on our way to wherever it
Yeah,
is
we
we're going
should.
next.
Maybe he'll know more about this weird artifact thingy.
Ah, artifact. What indeed?
Oh
Tell
boy.
me, what have you discovered? I unfortunately,
Alright.
besides learning of the bard,
Exposition.
sat around and got smoked off my god.
Yeah, we'll just fill her in, I guess.
And yeah, you kind of exposit at her.
Yeah.
She does pause to like eat some food. I imagine that Sapphire's just like, oh, I know what to get for you, and we'll go and just like dig around in Dad's munchies cupboard or something, and just fucking returns with a basket of pork rinds.
Yeah.
Crunch. And yeah, while you are expositing, a handful of you who roll particularly good perceptions here. That's scrabbling again, and it's definitely closer now.
You want to maybe alert some of us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
There's
sounds to be
something happening.
there's something on the walls there.
What direction does it seem to be coming from?
All around you, particularly on the roofs of the house.
But we don't see anything up there.
Well, to be fair, you're below them, so if there is something
Okay.
on the roofs, you can't really see them from where you are.
You know what? Given this is my house, I'll give like the sharp like guard whistle, and inform them that there sounds to be something along the house above the houses.
Yeah. This guard here will open the door and take a look in, while a couple more guards will start to filter out. Just as everything sort of bursts into motion.
Encircle my little sister.
Yeah,
Ensure no
basically.
harm.
Protect the
Diggy, you can
ball.
see these critters. Yes, I can't remember where the lighting is.
Yes, I can see him.
Mummies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Skeletal forms wrapped up in bandages similar to mummies buried in times ancient past, with one particularly large and gaudily dressed individual here on one of the roofs. Leaning over, they point into this area here and hiss in Abyssal. The ring!
Oh, it's return the ring. I'll suffer my curse. Fucking.
God damn it.
Can we just tell them they can have the ring back? We don't want it.
Not giving a cursed ring
Why
to
not?
zombies.
It might
That's
give them
not a
superpowers
thing
in
that would
Endworld.
happen.
Have you never read a...
How could you be so
How do you
sure?
know?
Cass draws his sword and points at one of them.
I'm
What's your
fairly
offer?
I'm fairly certain 4 weeks ago, none of us considered the possibility of our souls being ripped out.
No, that's definitely
That was
possible.
impossible.
Yeah. They do not appear to understand you in common.
Well, I tried.
Yep, you tried.
It's
They
okay.
also-
I
they
tried
have also
nothing and I'm all out of
attempts.
ideas.
It's
Let's
okay.
fight
They're
them.
all in cleric range.
Yeah. They dared
It's
to
not a-
approach on my home. They're getting destroyed.
They're in cleric range. Like it's not that large.
Yeah, just move forward.
Oh, it's a 5. Don't worry, it's a 5 bunch.
Not
but
this
they can't hit
turn.
Everyone.
I said these are in... I said these are in cleric range. I didn't say all of them are in cleric range.
All right. So, first of these crawler mummies. Leap attack.
Oh.
Is a miss. As it leaps at you, leaving a trailer of bandages in its wake, it comes crashing down into the grass. It definitely came a little bit short there, but you can see where its fingers dug into the earth. There is a withering, which is just unacceptable. This is your
Oh,
mother's
they're
very
ruining your
lovingly tended to garden.
Oh my god, I'm going to destroy these people so much.
Tiff.
That's such a weird ability there as well. Receive a damage
yeah.
brought back
Oh
up to
no,
1
that's
HP.
horrifying, actually.
Yep. Ain't it just?
Yeah.
Tiff is going to also come around in the Sapphire ring and ready in action to attack the first thing that gets close. In fact, wait, no, she'll probably just still do a ranged attack.
Makes sense.
Loam.
Loam. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done combat on this character.
I know, right? This
How
I
do
haven't
I
seen
use
combat in a
That's
year.
unchill. Let's see, become slowed. Okay, so I will become slowed. So that's only half speed. So I will wait, is that a bonus action? No, it's not a bonus action. It's just I can do that. Okay. I will Hunter's Mark. What's the difference between these two guys? This one's
This guy
slightly
looks a
different.
lot gaudier. He's got more
Yeah.
jewelry on him, which clearly means he's more important.
Get the special guy.
I will
true.
Hunter's Mark that guy.
Alrighty.
And then I will. I'm not going to use exploding arrows.
Thank you.
Yes, please do not use exploding
I
arrows
will
on my
use
house.
unerring aim, and I will move slightly closer. I'm in the middle of basically nothing. I'm just in the middle here.
You know what? Actually,
I will move next to one of these tanks.
Roll a turn for Safa, because I suspect that she will actually just try to get inside.
And I guess I
God, she is
will
ready
shoot.
to run.
Wow.
She is about to the fuck out of here double move style.
Yeah, go to like a position where there's a bunch of guards so that they can help her. Get
She's
inside
just
with the
gonna
guard.
run inside this house.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Alright, you nail this dude. He hates it. Good news. You're using a mundane arrow though, so he does have resist 5.
Shit. They appear to be quite resistant.
so they do.
Safa double moves inside. Fuck that!
Go find mom, stay by her side.
Yeah, you have noticed that the guards haven't come running out here into the garden yet, and there are definitely sounds of combat
Uh-oh.
elsewhere in the house.
Uh-oh.
Karin,
Well then. Oh, that's the wrong spell. Oh shit. I was like, wait, that's fucking wrong. I will channel and cast Turn Undead.
sweet. Mind you, print out Turn Undead. Close burst 5. So it's just these 3 losers. Wisdom saves. Yeah, sure. What's your wisdom like? Actually, pretty fucking high. Not high enough. What about yours? No. And yours? Also no.
They're incapacitated and frightened.
Oh, you fucking giving them an eep.
They'll be like, yeah, and I cast it as I fucking transform into Mega Bear.
Big Burr.
The fucking mommy just starts to look up and I'm like, oh, I
Damn
should
it.
have fucking be. I don't fucked up.
Masika.
Yep. Okay. Well, spooky, scary skeletons giving me a fright.
Yep. Not only that, there's spooky, scary skeletons endangered a child.
Yeah. Big mad, big spook. Big mad.
Crunch. Clothing explodes off of her again.
Yeah.
I know she did study.
You're right.
That's
It still does to a degree. It's not like she's had lots of time to sit and fit.
Yeah. So
right.
half and half.
Also, she does just tend to grab them too and just rip them.
Yeah, she does suffer from an acute case of Hulkamania.
Yeah.
All right. There are enemies to be violent to.
Yeah.
And you're like tall enough to like grab them off of the balcony here if you wanted
Yeet.
to, and just fucking
Yeah, I
roll them
want to
down.
do that. Yeah, let's fucking grab 'em.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Wasn't there a new thing that gives me them disadvantage to this?
Well, they
I don't know.
can't
I don't
take any
know.
actions.
Tell
Let
me.
me
because they're
see. What was the
incapacitated.
new?
Tell me what feature you're using here.
Oh, I think I'm just. I gotta look again now. I looked like last week, and then yeah, how it is. Where's the fucking? There it is. Oh yeah, it was the bull rush. That's it. The bull rush menu. I had to write that down. I just got that. Let me copy paste it in chat.
Sure.
I gotta go to the book of spells. That's right.
Tisk tisk, not having your homework done.
It's one thing.
Yeah, but
Literally-
that's about
Now
25%
you're
of your
like quickly
grades.
writing it into the margins.
Here we are. Can you move up to half your speed? Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws as a minor action. Oh, right. I can't do that in the same round. Okay. Oh, I think I can do that with my move action, right? Yeah. Turn a
No.
move into a minor, right?
No, there's no such thing as a move action in this
No?
game.
No.
Oh. Then no. Oh, okay. Well, dang.
Oh.
I can't do that in the same round as my.
Unless you're getting big. Alright, you want to just like fucking attack this thing? I'll let you just
Yes,
like,
I do. Okay.
reach up there and swipe at them.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, and that's opposed strength.
No, he makes a saving throw against your
Sure.
maneuver DC. He
Alright.
fails.
Oh, right.
I don't think he wins.
No, I'm gonna grab him and then throw him on the ground, I guess.
So you just spike him into
Yep.
the earth.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to the ground.
Boom.
Exact.
Alright. Pippin, dunk that sandwich. Alright, is there a roll that goes with your dunking?
No, it's just.
I think that's an unarmed.
And if you grappled him, then that's it. He's just grappled. The end. Unless
Okay,
he's
yeah.
high enough up for you to like drop him, and then he takes damage. But I don't think so. If you can reach him, it's probably just like 2 squares.
No,
No.
it's
No.
10 foot off the ground and then thump. Alright. Brienne, I think it's going to go for this one here on the ground then, since you've got him.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You know what? Let's slam him into the wall. Lethal blow. Oh my god, she crits him. If I remember rightly, yes, her song knife is silver, so hooray. Thump. It makes a real pretty whistle.
Now smite.
So they're
She
not
does not have
immune.
smite. She
Good
is,
to
in fact,
know.
just a stabberer. Anai.
Okay.
Let's focus down this one. These are effectively out of combat right now.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna focus down this guy over here.
Okay.
He's the only one that's taken like
Yep.
actual damage. So like, is there room underneath like the balcony to do like the flame bursts like here?
that's a blob.
Since it's, I mean, there is a lip underneath it, so you can just place the flame burst under the balcony and hit that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And not your friends.
Okay. Well, let's do that because as fun as magic missiles are, they're not a lot of damage, and these are not minions.
Oh, 10 damage. Your mom's gonna be so peeved.
I know.
Fucking, at least you own this dickhead.
Yep. And then I'm gonna move back a bit, like here.
Sure.
Here, actually. That way it's less tempting. In case I have like some sort of blast power or something.
Alright. Curse Hunter Mummy does not break out. And remains bespooked.
Alright, let's see if we can finish
Khassid.
this nerd. Gonna run up here and activate my cool magic sword that turns into a fucking whip. Wapish! Oh, I crit him. Oh boy. Boink boink.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This guy has been crit back to back. You fucking tear him apart. God, critting on a rogue just
It
always feels so
fucking does.
fucking good.
Critting on
And it's
a
the same thing,
paladin.
basically.
Also that. I mean, critting on a rogue paladin.
No, but the best part is critting on a paladin on a creature that is vulnerable
is
to resist.
Yeah,
indeed
that
the
is the
good
good
shit.
shit. It's true. Although in this case, vulnerability is just a flat numby, as opposed to super explosive as it
so
once was.
this is a garden, right?
Yeah,
Are there
I know,
like
it's
bushes
like
I can
not,
hide in and shit?
The best.
Yeah, probably. Wait, let's consult the art.
I
They weren't
mean,
very
I could
big
definitely like
bushes.
jump behind this bar or get
Uh,
up in there
oh
somewhere.
yeah, that's
Yeah, you could probably like jump behind like a low crenellation or something.
Yeah.
Judging by perspective, because I did actually build this map vaguely based on that, as you can see by the staircase at the back there and
Yeah,
the fact
so
that it's an
the
enclosed house.
crenellation
So
of
yeah,
Titanheart is right out
over
there.
here
Okay.
is over here
Then
is your
I
hiding
will
part.
gonna
Actually,
go
it's
over
like
here
right in front
and
of
try
this
and
house.
hide. And because I have mage armor now, I don't have disadvantage on my stealth checks. I still fail.
Hooray!
Holy shit! Although you're given
Not
away
that it
by
helps you.
giggling, you're
That was
still giggling
awesome.
to yourself.
Uh,
This fucking mummy looks down at you. Wait, actually, I mean, it could fail.
So here's the thing. I
Alright,
have.
fucker.
Oh, I was
It doesn't
hoping
just
it.
fail,
Hold
it's
on,
gonna take an
here's-
oppie from you as he leaves.
Dang, I was hoping
Hold
it's
on,
like the mummy
here's
gets
a
DFA.
couple of things. All right, you have to get a 15 in order to pass the stealth check. But I'm going to use one of my expert snack to try and do that anyway.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, I did. And then he
Sure.
fails, and then I oppie him.
Yeah, alright. And yeah, the one is basically whether he is so unaware of the threats that he just hops down and
All right.
still doesn't look at you and keeps going. And fucking gets crit again. Oh no! So that's the crit damage.
Bye-bye.
That's the attack damage.
Ow.
My
Wow.
baby!
Oh, hold on. If that almost kills him, I'm going to smite
It turns
him.
around. It almost
Yeah.
kills him.
Oop.
It almost kills him.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
smites too. Yeah. Wait, no, hold on.
Oh, that's
Don't
right.
you
I
need, like, a
can't
minor
smite on
action to do
oppies
smite?
anymore. You're right. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a minor action.
That's right.
You can't
All
do
right,
it
never
on.
mind
You
then.
can't do it on not your turn.
All right, come fight me, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah,
He
you
misses.
wish. Fucking goddamn
Get
it!
parried, nerd.
All right, this lad is spooked. Come on, get unspooked, you fucks! Come on! All right, Raleigh.
They messed with the wrong fucking
They
family.
fucked with the wrong house.
I am not going to bonk any of these guys. I do not want to give them advantage. I'm going to arcane the blast one, the one that's not spooked, so it concentrates on me.
Sure.
Well, I am the one holding the ring too, so I assume
Yeah, it's
they were
true.
all
You do
coming
have
from
Yeah,
the
the
you
ring.
probably are the
You
one they're going
you
after.
already have their aggro, yeah.
But
Oh, this
I
probably happened on this side because he would have been heading towards you.
but I can fly, so
Yep. The ring.
Return the ring.
Return
Knuckle
the
knuckles.
slab.
dexterity save against 6 force.
It doesn't actually say that you get a
what's
save on
dex?
being
Correct,
hit in
you do not.
this. I checked the documents.
Oh, so he just gets hit?
No, for turn
Oh,
undead.
No, that's for the
What?
no.
You can't
we're
actually just
talking
slap
about for
those
these
guys.
Oh, turn undead, right? Yeah.
Well, don't talk about that while we're on a different turn. I just use a spell. Come on now.
Yeah, I got completely thrown there. I was like, what do you mean? Arcane Blast
Well, no,
definitely
it's a
has an
save,
attack
but
button.
dab.
Yeah, what Hedrah's saying is that like
Oh,
what Hedrah's saying is that for these guys, even if you attack them, they don't get
Yeah,
saves for like
this
that.
is old
yeah,
school turn
yeah.
We're
undead
They
now.
breaking out
still
of it.
only get saves on their turn.
All right, Mive. Well, fuck
Yep.
that guy then. I'm gonna go over to like here-ish, and with a halberd, can she attack this guy? Yeah, just overhand.
Holding on to the very end of it.
You've now walked like
So
underneath
here,
a
maybe?
balcony. So I don't think so. No, you aren't tall enough to like.
And is it just not possible
It's
to?
probably really
It's a
tough ask.
real hard angle. I'll give it.
All right, not worth.
I'll give it a
I'll,
disadvantage to
just
tackle
go
that one
up
if you want to
here
try and get up
and.
there. Yeah, like you would be grabbing your halberd by like the very end
Alright,
of it and
let's come up here
stabbing
instead.
up awkwardly.
Yeah, because you have the balcony and then like the houses are like even
well,
higher.
bam.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna do it.
That's not
Insufficient
family
whack.
enough at all.
No, unfortunate.
All right. Let's do a leap on this fucking archer who shot the boss.
Oh yeah, there's that guy over there. I forgot about him.
16 on Loam, I believe is a hit. That'll be 10 damage to your survivalist elf. Finds lots of cake to grab onto. I think Kina must have gotten up or something.
Oh, sorry. It's my.
No,
oh,
you
I'm
took
under
10
attack.
damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 16.
And
Yeah,
on Ralu, 16 is
Nope.
not going to do it. And this one is spooked. Can you unspook yourself? No. Wow, these guys are so spook prone. Tiff will try and finish this one off. Let's go with the old crackling claw, and no, that's
That's
not
a
going to
no.
do it.
That's unfortunate.
Chicken.
That'll be it.
Does
That's a
he have
no
the
there, Captain.
inspiration?
Tink fucking bites his goddamn eyes though, and nearly gets him.
Oh
Ah,
boy.
dang it! So close.
Impressive.
Loam.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Ah, shit! I meant to kill this one and then come get you. Sorry.
I will have to pull. I will have to drop my crossbow.
Sorry, you're
and
way
pull out
more
my
dangerous with
swords to
those.
fight this guy. Yeah, whatever. Shut the fuck. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm terrible with you.
You're just doing that out of spite.
Karin.
I like to imagine you just develop a flaw where it's if anyone says I'm better with long swords, I'm just going to worse attack with them. Give yourself disadvantage or something.
Okay, so. And if they're incapacitated, they can't take any actions, correct?
Correct.
Does that involve any actions?
They
Or
can defend themselves if you.
They
like,
cannot
do
take
things to
reactions.
them.
They cannot
Reactions.
take
Yeah.
standard
Okay.
actions. And
But
no
do they not get
oppies.
reactions?
Yeah, they
take
can. They can save
They can do
fine.
saves at least. That's about it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they can defend themselves. That's it.
Okay. Let's see if should handle
I
the
mean,
unit
yes, that's
either
the
as-
funniest thing possible to do.
Well, let's see.
Actually, no, they can take reactions. Just no actions.
Actually,
Because a reaction isn't an action.
oh man, it's too bad that.
Right now, this is 5e.
Oh wait, this is No, this is a fucking line attack. I don't have to. Haha.
Oh yeah, if you have a line attack, you can just move around here and
So you're just
Wham.
gonna like step to the side and bring them both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zwap.
And then just aim. So I'm gonna do some celestial projection.
Oh, that's such a waste.
Oh, we're gonna have to get so many new like roofs and this.
Well, yeah, but it's also a
and-
healing
Wrong with that
spell,
46.
and nobody needs healing in that line. Like, if you want to use that spell, like, move up here and then blast it along
I'm
here to
just gonna-
hit Loam.
Yeah, but that's gonna trigger a.
Yeah, you can't
OP.
take
You can't get
actions.
OP. They aren't gonna.
Yeah, you cannot.
they can still
use
take
the
the
Can't
actions.
do anything. No standard minor reaction. Yeah.
Oh,
Remember,
we
it's a
can't take the
standard
actions? I
action
thought-
now, not just a
okay.
capital A
Okay.
action. Like
Okay.
5e.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, so then yeah, then I could do that. Let's go with these fuckers.
Nice.
Damn,
Big
that's
numbies.
that's a big shot. These guys sure do have on
And Loam
5
gets to spend a vitality.
Good.
Come on!
but-
The DC is 13, you fucks! I haven't succeeded a single save this fight.
That's not
Yeah, you sure
true.
haven't.
You succeeded against
The
Oh,
one
you're right, I
Black.
did.
Oh,
I
you're
did,
right,
I did
you're right.
Dagger
done
Blast.
this whole time.
One singular blast I've avoided in everything, and 6 different fear saves.
Yeah.
Jesus. But yes, Loam, you can spend a vite and heal. Ain't that lovely?
All right.
Masika.
Yep.
And since if you spend a healing, you get bonus to that.
Oh, you have the old feature?
Yep. So
Cool.
you get an extra.
So if you're
4
talking about the
to
Life
that
Cleric
number.
feature, that
So
did change.
you can spend.
It was
Oh.
removed entirely
Go
and
on, how
replaced
did
with
it
a different
change?
feature.
Okay, what?
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
cool.
Oh,
there's a
okay,
change log at
that's
the
good
top
to
of the class
know
document that you
now.
were given like 2 weeks ago.
All right. Well, regardless, it's still some healing. Masika, what day? There are targets for
All right.
violence. The person you spiked into the earth like a tent peg is now not moving.
Yeah, let's go for a thing that is moving, like say the guy down over here,
Yes, go violence them.
straight ahead.
Rock on. Unfortunately, you
Let's-
standed like a flower pot or two, but you know, at this point, the daughter's already caused the most
Yeah.
damage with a fire blast, so you're gonna get away with this one just fine.
Okay. So
Let's see. I'm just gonna move in and hit him with my sword.
A good idea.
Giant naked fox girl hits you with sword stab.
Oh no,
I forgot to take out.
it does not. You do
Oh,
not hit
I
it
did
with
not.
a sword staff.
No.
That's 10.
I also
That's a
took
10
turn-
hit.
Yeah, I got that. Reckless attack.
Okay.
Let's see.
Get you a reroll.
I think that's.
Try again.
Yep, do. There we go.
Do become a hit. And 9 damage becomes 4 damage.
Oh yeah, we need to get that Boule shit pile. The Boule shit pile so we can get
What?
Masika's her sword staff.
The silver
Oh.
sword staff.
Okay, yeah.
Brian is gonna, I guess, just stab this one there closest. Avadzi. Oh, that was the wrong attack, but whatever. That is a miss. Actually, wait, what's the difference in plus? Oh, the actual single target has one higher to hit, so it is a hit. Hooray! It did. Get silver knifed. Anai.
Okay. Let's do a spell. A very fun spell called Magic Missiles. We're gonna do the first one on this one, the second one on this one, and I'm gonna believe that's enough to kill both of them and do the third on that one. So one is a 4 enough to kill this guy.
You drop him to a single pixel.
Son of a bitch. All right. It's 5. This probably brings him to a single pixel too, doesn't it?
Almost. It takes him 2.
Unfortunate. All right, and 3 on that guy.
Yep. You yeah, one short on the first, impossible to kill the other.
You really fucked
I
that
thought their
one up.
HP was low enough to do it.
No, you were very close. Yep.
Yeah.
You just sort of directly split your damage completely.
All
right, buddy.
I still my turn. I'm still moving
Yep,
and
sorry.
stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna do my. Oh my god.
Yeah, go ahead and
save when the
heal
time
him.
comes.
Go ahead. Your turn now.
Oh, okay.
Just every time like I do a spell, you're like, all right, next turn. Before like
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
just
finish
trying to
doing
zoom
anything
these.
else.
It's because I know I have faith in your ability to move, and I'm like, oh, the next thing to go is another monster, so I should
True.
probably keep doing those, otherwise things slow down.
True. I also just don't really have on your action stuff.
All right, fuck it. These guys are absolutely asking for it. At the back there, these 3 are targeted with a necrotic shroud and misses everyone,
Yay.
even Tinker. Cool. And then at Ralu, legitimately, it is called elbow drop. Oh, I miss.
He's giving you the people's elbow.
From the top rope.
From the toppest rope. It's the tallest part of this encounter. He gave you the top rope and he missed. So close.
Is he jumping down? Does that mean he takes like a d6 and fall damage?
No, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't like.
We've
just
also
resistance
determined these
to
are only
the
like
floor.
10 feet up, so it's
Wow,
not enough
I
to
got
do fall
healed.
damage anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
And Kino were told many times, but he's sleepy, so he's not listening to me.
Sorry.
All right, Khassid.
Wow.
You get a vitality there. If you want to spend it, you could also not. If you wanted to just be like, I'm going to keep all my vitality and not heal.
I don't need to
Neater,
heal,
neater.
so I'm just gonna come on up here, and let's see. I think the thing to do here is to whip my sword at this loser. So let's try and finish him off.
All right.
Whoopish. Oh, I do
Give me
not.
old whappish.
All
No,
right,
you
well,
don't.
I'm gonna
No.
throw.
Yeah, did I put a thing on for
Nope.
rolling a one with bleeding edge? I don't think
I
this
think
one has it.
this was like the prototype one, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Or is that on somebody else?
No, that's a different thing.
Different thing. Okay, then I don't think you do then.
All right, I have a dagger. I think I'm gonna just throw it at the other guy. Or actually, might as well just try and finish this guy off. Yeah. Oh
Try
god,
yet
no,
again.
it doesn't.
These two, yeah,
Total
valiantly
failure.
dabbed upon.
All right, and then
right.
let's move to like.
Oh, you're rolling those, Ralu.
All right. Gonna slash at the one with 1 pixel first. I assume that drops him. And then I'm going
Yeah.
to spin around and action surge and attack again on the other guy.
That
Bop,
is
bop.
it.
And that is my turn.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
hang
you
on.
could swear when you cut that fucking zombie down, there is a soft grumble from the shard.
Wait, hang on. I would like to ask it. Well, it's not much of a question, but more of like not a verbal question, but like a ping of do you like crunchy food?
It doesn't respond. It doesn't give you anything.
Ah.
It's never really given you anything when you're like, hey, impulse.
Well, it's
it doesn't. It tends not to. You will occasionally sense its satisfaction or dissatisfaction, and sometimes the two are impossible to tell apart.
it's not my fault that I failed every save, so it only talks to me in my dreams, which is the same dream that I've been having for 2 months.
Yeah, it's a fun one. All right. Anyway, you move around and move.
Okay, well, let's see if we can cover for Husbando's crippling failure here. I'm gonna come up and bonk this son of a... No, this guy's gonna get another turn. Go after him. Alright, whack. There we go. Turn. This guy.
Which one, sir, was that? Northeast
Prevent
or
him
south?
from getting a turn.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, he takes 5 and
then
dies.
I'm going to give 5 temporary hit points to probably Ralu, since she's in melee with the mini-boss.
Also, it took full damage, right? This is a magical weapon.
Yes, it took full damage.
Okay.
Okay, that one
5
finally
temp,
saved
say?
him. I think. Tiff. Give him the clubs. There we fucking go. And oh wait, Deadly Strike is only weapon attacks, right there. Well, she can deadly focus at least. Let's chuck. Wow, 1. Yeah, that'll show him 8 damage.
That's the attack roll, not the damage roll.
You're right. Yeah, I
I'm
took
sorry,
it
why is
back.
she
I was like,
using
oh,
that? That seems like kind of
yeah,
useless.
no, I took it back. Just me failing to pass with all the thing I'm reading. Kina, it is your go.
I will pick up my crossbow off of the ground at my feet,
Thanks.
and I will aim at this guy who I have marked, and I will shoot him.
Shot. Come on, buddy. You have so many elbow drops left to deal out. You must live.
I will also unerring aim, so I have advantage.
Okay.
21 to hit.
It helps. You deal 4 damage. Anything else?
I may as well do this. Fuck, that does not have anything baked into it. 6 more damage.
That drops him to exactly 0.
Woohoo!
That was a good choice. It collapses into a heap. He does explode into like rags and dust, and he does drop a bunch of jewelry. So hey, that's money. There's money on that thing right there. Greyhawk the dust. Karin, you're up.
Well, well then, let's, you know what? Let's see if I can pew pew.
Which target is that on? I take it the one that's not bespookly.
Straight south.
Yeah.
It's going around.
Miss.
That's a miss.
Oh, you hit a flower pot. Masika.
All right. Just barrel it.
Now you can do the bull rush.
Yeah, if I just want to grab him, I think I'm just gonna attack him though.
That sounds like a better
Sure thing.
idea.
There we go.
Bop. Okay, you deal 6 damage. Thump. Then Brienne is probably going to start running upstairs to deal with this other fucker.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna. Oh wait, the fucker there. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go deeper in the house.
Anai.
So is it just like this way to get deeper in the house, or is it just like through the house, like actual here?
There are multiple entrances into the house. You can go through there, or you can go in under the balconies over there.
Okay. I'm gonna double move to get deeper in the house because of the sounds that were going on there. Make sure everybody else is okay, because they
Sure.
seem like the party's got this well on lock.
Yeah, when you charge on in there, you can see that Cecil Sabri, one of your mothers, is literally clubbing mummies to death with other mummies. She's very angry. She turns around and goes, "Did they get my garden?"
A little bit. Part of it is my fault as well.
All right, she spikes a mummy through another mummy. Suddenly afraid you will be tent pegged for burning the garden. Khassid.
Yeah, I'm due for
Cool.
a spanking later for it.
Alright, I'm gonna charge this nerd here.
Oh shit! No,
Get slapped,
my
nerd. Yeah. Yeah.
Fur.
Well, you know what? Here,
Sad
suck
damage
on
for
this.
you. Ow. He takes another damage. It hurts and he doesn't like it. Alright, fuckface. You have failed every single test. Yes.
Yeah, now he succeeds right at the end of combat.
Right at the end of combat. Bit late. Ralu.
And
I think he dead.
Yeah.
I'm going
I
to
mean, he was, to be fair, already dead. Now he's just re-dead.
gonna ram and twist, and then do I sense anything weird from the shard again?
No. It's just
Huh.
chilling. Chilling as it do.
All right, and then I am going to take a step back and raise my shield.
Cool. At this
Oh,
point...
I do have a question. How high up is that? At 7'11", could I make an athletics roll to jump up to where it is?
You'd have to jump up here, which is about 2 and a bit meters, and then you'd have to jump up here, which is another 2 and a bit meters.
I moved from here to here to here.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm about to wrap up. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, there are not enough of them to defend themselves. You're able to charge and dispatch them as similar sounds of "I'm all clear, everything's fine" and start to pass around through the house. The gate guard similarly has dispatched one of the Zambonals and is shaking off a glaive. But I believe you have dealt with them succinctly.
Hooray.
Cecil is totally gutted at the state of her garden, and a couple of the
Yeah.
kids are spooked, and a number of the servants are spooked, but otherwise it doesn't look like there are any deaths. There are a few injuries, but there are enough people with like vague, modest healing capabilities to fix that up.
Good.
I mean, Karin should have plenty of healing left.
Oh yeah, she's got plenty in tank, but like the house also just has people capable of casting cure wounds.
So long as everyone's okay.
Yeah, it was a bit of a spook, but it's fine. Do you know what brought it on? They were screaming in Abyssal. I'm not Ken with a tongue.
A clean sweep. I don't know. I don't understand Abyssal, so the only person that could has to tell us. There's
I have
only
a
one.
feeling it's probably due to the ring that Ralu brought in.
Yeah, Mine will
You say-
speak up and say, yeah, they were trying to get back the ring. And to be fair, it wasn't just Ralu, it was all of us decided to bring it.
Yeah.
Didn't know
I
that was
was
going to
about
happen.
to say that seems like an incredibly malicious characterization.
I feel like she's just trying to duck a spanking.
No, you're the
Yes,
no.
you are.
That's not how. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no. I was
Ralu,
planning to leave it.
you basically pointed and went, Ralu did it.
No,
You-
but
you
like,
just
no, but
The
like,
ring
I
that
was
Ralu
planning to
brought.
I was planning to leave the ring on like the body, but you were the one like, oh yeah, I want to take it and study it.
Yeah, put down the super cursed ring back into its containment.
Yeah, it's in its cube.
box
You
there.
went and collected all that. So you have the whole
Yeah.
ordeal back together. That was generally agreed on by all. So it just definitely comes up as I don't want to get spanked.
I'm getting spanked later. I know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They
So-
will at least do you the honor of not spanking in front of all of your friends.
I will camp in the ship if it makes you feel any better. But this is even more to the point that we shouldn't have left it with the corpse. They really think the high priest could have fought off all of these guys while they were coming for it? We just saved the
The
life.
temple's consecrated. I bet that's why they didn't before, and why there were claw marks all over the house, like they were camping it out.
Well, then we stomped on them anyways. And it's always better to keep these things where you can look at
They'd
them.
have buried the body eventually,
Sure.
and then it would have attacked
Probably.
the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a vulture would have eaten it, and then they would have chased a vulture that flies
I mean,
away
that
with a
would've been
ring in its
fine.
guts until it poops on him.
Or some dumbass
Yeah.
Or some dumbass treasure hunter would have dug up the blob and then taken it, and then we'd have another situation to deal with 5 months from now.
Man, anyone who digs up the blob and thinks they aren't getting curse fucked is genuinely a super idiot. There's no way that happens.
I just said dumbass Wait, hang on. Have you not met adventurers?
I
mean, I definitely met adventurers, usually not ones that are stupid enough to go and, like, literally pilfer a cursed ring off a blob.
Cat's just kind of looks askance, like, yeah, no.
Oh, guys, come
Everyone
on.
just turns to
What?
Cass.
Like,
look
come
at him.
on.
No,
You wouldn't,
of
right?
course
No,
not.
I would not.
I mean, how would you know what the ring is until you dig it up?
I didn't even want to.
And by
do
then
anything
you're
with
already
this
probably
ring.
cursed.
I mean, I guess. I feel like I see the blob and go, you know what? It's not worth this. And then I
The
just
blob
so
would
pack the
probably
sand
be
back
all
on top again.
decomposed
Keep
into
this stupid
nothing by
ring.
then.
Yeah, with like the no bones and stuff. Like, I feel like that's even more terrifying. You would then be left with so many more questions.
Just turned into soup.
Yeah. Ugh.
Great, I'm thinking
I
man
didn't want to
soup.
imagine that.
Let's not.
I mean, you're regularly thinking of man soup, and then she posts up for a fist bump.
Yeah, Cass will go for it.
Karin is just gonna go over to the bejeweled fucker and just look over that stuff there, lift some of it with the haft of her mace. Just, can we check if this stuff's cursed, because it looks very expensive.
Also, Masika, you're a seamstress. You should probably just copy whatever our friend Karin has.
I showed her earlier that, but it takes a little while to actually make the stuff. So
All right, Cass, do you want to assist me on and she'll finger wave with claws snacking over the
Sure.
bejeweled guy. 23. Want to poke through the items to make sure they're not more magical curse stuff.
Oh yeah, I should
No,
probably
the
do that.
rings on this guy appear to be like old burial rings, and some of them are probably worth a fucking pretty penny.
Burial rings? Does this area have when people are buried? Are they buried with like signets of like their house or something like that?
No. The mummy that's covered in rings definitely is from a place where rich individuals are buried in ancient tombs.
All right, I guess I'll just bounce him in a pub and dump him into Cass's
Yay!
hands. They're not magic. Just very expensive.
Good. I've had enough of magic rings for the day, I think.
I do want to know what that magic ring actually does, though.
I am planning on studying it, but it will take me about a week. I will study it while we're on. I will study it while we're on the boat going to the next town in the dig site.
Sure thing. Well, to be fair, the next town is like a day away, and it's last light, so I don't think you're going to get getting anything done there.
Who
Loam,
knows?
you know full well that it's just like a poontang cruise up in there. Like, anytime a caravan stops in the last light, they always end up staying for like a day or two later than intended. Just impossible to ignore.
It is a very pretty place, filled with very pretty people.
I already,
Gambling.
And
I
gambling.
already share a bed with two pretty people, and I don't really like games of chance. It's not because I'm bad at them.
Right.
Whatever you say.
I just don't like RNG. It's not because RNG always fucks me. Gah.
Yeah, that's the dark type players.
Ralu played a gacha game in the past and got really burned by it. She's like, I can't fall for that again.
I got burned by desert boats.
Oh, that's my favorite big titty Sanskif.
All right, can we get a value on these rings so they can be plopped into?
Yeah.
Especially if there's gems in them that are useful for casting spells.
Oh,
So,
that's actually quite a bit for each one.
Nice.
Wow.
We missed the T in here. Let's get some more gold chains.
Some chains.
mhm.
You know, it would be hilarious to just imagine fucking Karin and Bearform just dripped out in gold. Gold chains
Yeah,
and
for sure.
rings. Fucking shades.
I mean, here you have an opportunity to start.
Does abyssal mean they have a bunch of abyssal runes on them, or is that just the
Yeah. As in,
style?
it's the style and it's got runes on them, but you know, like names and shit like that, or symbols.
Oh, magic.
Magic fabric?
Yep, it's not a huge amount. It's like just a strip of one of these mummies as bandages. Didn't break down like all the other
Alright.
ones did.
Actually, I have a
That
question
should
for
be
you,
on.
Skow.
that should be plopped into our.
Since these guys
Sure.
have like burial shrouds and jewelry on them, could Cass throw like a history check or something to see if he can figure out what culture these people are from?
Yeah. Okay.
21.
I'll assist you.
All right. They're potentially servants of Valorous of the
Oh.
Devil Lord of Wishes.
That explains the abyssal shit.
Oh,
Interesting.
He's
Yeah.
he's a
Oh,
lovely,
that's-
handsome lad. Look at him.
He's handsome, yes. Lovely, up for debate.
Look at him.
symbol.
Okay, yeah, no, not lovely, but very
I don't think it's quite
handsome.
very lovely.
Very handsome.
I will be taking the magical fabric if no one else minds.
I was literally trying to say before I got interrupted that I'm just going.
Yeah.
Ralu's gonna pick up the magical fabric and dump it in Masika's hands.
Go for it. I don't want
Eh.
mummy shroud shroud stuff.
She's a seamstress, and it doesn't seem like she cares.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't want clothing from it. It's
Yeah, it's
from like
kinda
a
weird.
mummy's burial shroud.
Just give it a wash.
I'll figure something to do with this.
Yes, I did.
Did you guys add the rings and the chain? Okay. Did the rings have any jewels in them, or are they just like big old solid gold bands?
They just the one blinged out mummy was the only one who had stuff on him, and it was the chain and 5 rings.
Yeah, I was asking if the rings had jewels set in them, or if they were just.
Oh yeah,
solid
they've
gold.
all got big jewels on them.
Okay. Because I can't remember if Savin's magic uses jewelry as a
Not
not jewelry,
specific
but
gems,
certain
really, but
jewels
yeah,
as
gems are
casting
used for
components.
spell components sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could certainly use these rings in place of a gem. For the most part, obviously, like 125, probably gem worth 100,
Yeah.
band worth 25.
Yeah.
More like generically magical rather than anything specific, right?
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not magical.
These rings
they're
aren't.
mundane.
These aren't magical
I'm-
tools. Whether they could be
I'm
used
talking
as
about the.
components for magic.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about the
fabrics.
fabric.
Oh, the fabric? Yes, it's just generically magical. It could be used
Okay.
to craft something special, but there is no innate effect on it besides the fact that it came from some kind of blinged out Mr. Mummy with his elbow
Yeah.
drops of doom.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out for him.
This is probably something I'll use to make clothing that just repairs itself on me.
You probably
Or
have
grows
enough to
with
make
you.
a little scarf or a head wrap or something.
Or a tater wrap.
This is just the base
Titty-
component, I
titty
think.
wrap. Yeah, it's a base component, really. You would have to combine it with something else. There's just not enough of it. You'd be able to like get it across your nips, maybe.
Unweave it and then reweave it with other stuff. Got it.
Yeah, you could
Ooh,
basically
yeah.
take, because it is just like bandage style wrapping. You can just unthread it and then use it like string.
You can make a cool magical design on a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Righty. Well then, I would say it is time that we go
Yay.
to explorance.
Okay.
Now, do you still want to go to those caverns, by the way?
Yeah, we still
I
haven't
assume that
found
was where
the
we were going
particular
next.
bony boy we were looking
Okay,
for.
I
Yeah.
assumed it
fair.
was
Last light, then
caverns, then the next little town that's right
Yeah.
over, then the dig site.
Yeah.
So when, like, I'll say this: when you go to those caverns, you don't really turn up anything. A lot of them appears to be just like old storage ditches and shit like that. I will
Okay,
permit you
so-
all a test to see if you turn up anything interesting, but it's not West relevant. It could just be some old detritus that's useful. If you would like to
Okay.
all roll me a investigate each, we'll see if you find
Cash sure
anything
doesn't.
cool.
Oops, sorry, I double clicked.
I think I'm finding a couple of cool things here.
I will.
Cass finds
I
rabies.
do have inspiration, so I'll just take the 24.
You know what? You're right.
'Cause I'm
I
gonna
should
get more
use
inspiration next
my
session.
inspiration on my nat 1. There we go, 18.
All right. Okay, so
Investigation.
only Karin gets infection from a rusty nail in there somewhere.
Tetanus.
Tetanus, yeah.
Bog.
Alrighty, Zen. You uncover one box of old stone tiles. It's a children's puzzle game.
Oh.
A lewd songbook.
Nice.
Let's get dropped in Cass's hands.
A sealed crate of honey almonds.
Ooh.
Three bottles of hobo hooch.
Yes. I'm not going to drink that, but it can be made into disinfectant.
Yeah.
Are
And
those
three
like
large list
freshly
eggs.
laid?
Reasonably.
All right, guys, we
freshly
have
laid,
lizard
yes.
pets now.
Are they fertilized?
Yeah.
Give me a nature test.
That's not my thing.
Kina?
Kinathis.
Do you have nature?
Yes, please.
Do you have nature?
Oh, yes, of course I do.
Can help with that.
You have your expert's
Do I have
knack.
it? Wait, hang on. Is this part?
Yes, this is actually apply. Yeah.
I do have my natural explorer.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay,
are now
and
looking up desert lizards.
oh yes, of course. All right then, that makes sense. Okay. I also have. Yeah, I may as well use my expert snack here. So that's a D6. That's at least a 20 then.
Sure.
It is a 21.
Dope. All right. These eggs do appear to be fertilized.
What kind of eggs are they?
They are
Lizard.
little desert
All right.
lizards.
Well, we call those
Small
kobolds,
lizards,
but
not the good big eaten kind of lizards.
Cass
No, unfortunately not.
But the small kind that eat bugs in a
Cass is
garden,
gonna take
maybe?
the eggs and he's gonna
Yep.
use a spare cloak to make a little nest and put them out somewhere warm. Get little friends.
All
We
right.
other character. Damn, I was going for like lizard balut here, but
no,
Fine.
unfortunately
Yeah, that's
not.
adorable.
No, they're
I
very
want one.
colorful though.
Well, Cass can keep one, and then the other two can be put in the garden for when it gets reconstituted by a nice mom, so it can eat
That is
all the
true.
bugaboos.
Yeah, we'll eat all the buggos. Yeah, and it's good to keep at least a lizard on your ship. It's like having a
chip
mouse
cat?
a cat on a pirate ship. You got to have a lizard when it's in the deserts, though.
How
Yeah.
big will the lizard get then?
That
Just out of
big.
curiosity.
That
There's no banana.
You're right there. You're missing a banana for scale. It's like not even really a foot of body length. It's just
Oh,
an
okay.
adorable little guy.
Oh, it's about a banana.
Yeah, he's roughly
Banana-sized
a
lizard.
banana with a tail.
Alright, cool. Yet another D&D game where I get to walk around with a cute little lizard in my hat.
Yeah,
yeah.
and he's just excited to hang out and eat bugs. I mean, I'm sure he'll
Hell
also
yeah.
super get along with Luck. Luck is like, yes, lizard
Save you
friend.
from all the nasty bugs.
Yeah, they keep getting on our fronts.
So,
We
XP.
do.
XP, yeah.
Yes, I believe so. And I will also give you a glimpse of Last Light.
Oh, that's pretty as hell.
Oh,
Welcome to
Ooh.
beautiful Last Light.
that looks
Ah,
like
that is cool.
Corruption City.exe.
Ah,
It's
the
got the-
Hotel California.
Oh,
It's-
the
it's
Eye
such
of
a lovely
Hagen.
place.
I have to go there.
It's a very lovely place.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Hagen church.
Legitimate market.
Totally legitimate marketplace. It's got totally legitimate market business going on in it.
I have a question. Is that a fucking
Hotel California. I just
is that a sex statue with a fucking bucket helmet on, or what the fuck is that?
I don't fucking know. I
Who
mean,
knows?
in actual game, it's probably
It
a
does-
statue of Python because it's
It-
a gambling town.
It does look like it has a bucket helmet on and a buckler, but other than that, it's quite
But then
indistinct.
also, it's like, yeah, distinctly got titties and
Nice rat,
fucking big
Python.
thighs.
Yeah, so
that's
that would
not-
be it's like
Yeah, it's not a bucket helm. It's one of them really tall carrion headdresses.
Yeah. It's just one of those Egyptian, like, tall hats with the fucking splayed golden feather looking things off to the sides of them.
It's a tall hat, which means they're important.
Yeah, that means that they're important. It's Python and a tall hat.
Yeah, so EXP.
Alright. Did you
Yeah,
save an
actually.
innocent life?
Yes.
He protected Anai's sibling.
To the point, like, you put them in danger by bringing the thing there, but in general, you saved innocent lives by dealing with this now. I'm sure those mummies could have
sure.
caused problems in the future.
Yeah.
Defeat a solo extreme? Nah, that was
No.
just a nice, easy fight-see.
Yeah, we
learned something new
learned
about the world. Add to your
archaeological
journal?
dig. And the servants of Velarus that they're digging up,
Yes.
potentially.
Excellent. Do you take on create
No,
a
we
major
just made
quest,
progress
complete
on our
quest?
quest. No complete.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uncover a magic item or treasure hoard. Yeah, actually, you did get
Yeah, we sure did.
legendary magical item. No special
That's
objectives. I believe
3,
that is
I think.
4 EXP. And I need to
That's
change
3,
these
isn't it?
EXP. Sorry, 3, yes, 3 EXP. And I need to change these EXP numbers to the original book
You did
ones.
not.
Unless I
And
already did that and don't remember.
what is given?
No, I did not.
What is given in this game for? Is it, if anything, is given for
Inspo?
keeping to an ideal?
Inspo.
My ideal, all knowledge is worth having, insisting on keeping the ring.
You know, yeah, it's true. You already did have had your one ring moment. The fucking ring wraiths came for you, and you're like, yeah, but the ring is mine.
I too could have my skeleton misty
Yes.
step out of my body.
All
So,
knowledge
yeah,
is worth having.
you can totally. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sweet.
I haven't put it on yet. I'm gonna find out its secrets, and if there's an exploit, I'm gonna keep it. Otherwise, gonna put the box inside of another box and then kick it into the deepest part of the ocean.
Clever. And then when the mummies reconstitute, like fucking 3 moons from now, they have to go swimming. They're like, oh, that bitch. I can't believe she'd do that. We have
Yeah.
to make it past sharks.
And she's smart enough to know about the crushing depth of the ocean. Try moving down there, you undead jerk. Although they're probably magic, so it doesn't matter, but still.
Yeah, they literally resist physical, non-magical damage, so they would get down there. It just fucking suck, and they'd have to hope they don't get eaten by a fish on the way, because then they would have to wait another 3 weeks.
And then also there's great beasts in the ocean. We know this. The only place that's actually safe to sail is ironically in the cold north, because there's someone fishing and eating them.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let us see here. So, the in-game date is now the 20th
Yay.
of December, one Hagen Wake.
Okay.
Yay.
What's
It's nearly
Yay.
Hagen Christmas.
what's 3XP or what?
All right. If you're watching the stream
Yep,
on YouTube,
3XP.
thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for 70. Till then, adios, and do take care.